But they mean I got stripes like Adidas. In the streets pulling stunts like a Neva. Full speed to that root of all evil. Good nigga, but the streets turned us evil. Hey, I got stripes like Adidas. In the streets pulling stunts like a Neva. Full speed to that root of all evil. Good nigga, but the streets turned us evil. Get the green, goes to sing, man, I got this. In the streets pulling stunts for that fortune. Scorch the beat when I spit, man, I tore shit. You don't wanna feel the pain that I record with. Yeah, we did it on our own, no endorsements. Shit get hard, we don't stop, we don't forfeit. But these streets made a nigga so heartless. Shit dark, but my light shine regardless. Yeah. And you can keep the nonsense. Survive for a living, rap something I have fun with. You can have the fame, I'm so way beyond it. Don't know who to trust, so I can't go unless the gun fit. Even then, you still better watch who you run with. They see you with potential, try to put you on dumb shit. Won't strike like a zebra, but regrets is what it come with. Lost blood, sweat, tears, and a whole bunch of dumb shit. Fuck they mean, I got stripes like Adidas. In the streets pulling stunts like a Neva. Full speed to that root of all evil. Good nigga, but the streets turned us evil. Hey, I got stripes like Adidas. In the streets pulling stunts like a Neva. Full speed to that root of all evil. Good nigga, but the streets turned us evil. Full of schemes like Madoff, stunts like Knievel. Married to the streets, no prenup, I can't leave her. Taking off, try to keep up and I speed up. Squad made of bosses, we ain't need no one to lead us. We tried it, but deeper in the slums where that led us. Don't let them see you hurt, you gotta keep your head up. Gotta keep my head up, yeah. Found knowledge on my own, cause ain't nobody show me better. I'm just thinking logically, that's knowledge over cheddar. Don't move by their rules, so they label me the devil. They hate to see my people with intelligence and cleverness. Don't feed me with your doctrine, don't play with my intelligence. Dropping knowledge on my people, won't deceive them like the priest. I'm a good nigga, but inside it's a beast. Trying to chase that root of evil, made a monster out of me. When you see me in the streets, they be the monster that you see. But they mean I got stripes like Adidas. In the streets pulling stunts like a Neva. Full speed to that root of all evil. Good nigga, but the streets turned us evil. Hey, I got stripes like Adidas. In the streets pulling stunts like a Neva. Full speed to that root of all evil. Good nigga, but the streets turned us evil.
Fuck black history, ain't no black history. This ain't black history, this ain't that you'll see. They don't know about me, you don't know about me. They gon' know about me, you gon' know about me. See, I am not a slave, I was born to slide, I am not afraid. Hop about the K, oh yeah, free to God, they went out of state. I'm a child of God, I do not belong to the United States. Fuck black history, tell Uncle Sam he can catch a fade. I went to hell, I mean school, graduated at the top of my class. Still never thought I was over my peers. We did that time together 12 years. Hey, that's a movie, I think that it is. They won't control me, I'm really a member. I traveled that road, I came back with the jewels from. When I pull up, they peep how the roof gone. We some dog killers, won't chew bones. Know we all spit them, we supreme. Somewhere I read a nigga had a dream. Did them dirty, they keep playing back that same to us, but it bullshit. If you win the battle, you can tell the story and delete whoever, get whoever glory. Hope you listen closely, this ain't metaphor. This is straight up real and I prepared you for it. MLK was a motherfucking agent. At first he ain't know it, cause really they played him. They showed him the front of the building, they tell him the back was burning. But the secret they gave him, he tried to reveal it. Go back and listen to that I Have a Dream and the speed that he gave on the night before they killed him. He climbed up that mountain and seek the promised land. That boy was a Mason. By writing, they sealed them documents forever. But I know Masons in Atlanta know better. They said he would kill cause of prejudice, yeah, but they lied to you. Here I come with that shovel on yelling fuck black history. Ain't no black history, so they gon' know about me. You gon' know about me. See, I am not a slave. I was born to slide. I am not afraid. Hop about that K. Oh yeah, free the guys. They went out of state. Yeah, I'm a child of God. I do not belong to the United States. Yeah, fuck black history. Tell Uncle Sam he can catch a fade. They don't want you to remember this. You not no slave, you indigenous. Fuck how they painted them Indians. You went to war with the French and the British, man. Quite frankly, you was kings, Merovingians. They took the women and men, made them prisoners, raised up the children to worship their images, set up a lab to the genes and they mixed them, and this shit get way deeper than your pigment. What if I told you you was born sovereign and all you ever had to do was admit this shit? What if I told you that this was your ancestor land? That mean that they was the immigrants. Wait, I think there's someone tried to explain that 100 years later, the Negro was still in exile in his own land. Natural birthright, Malcolm X style. What was Holmes saying? That's the curse, right? Fuck black history, ain't no black history. This ain't black history, this ain't that you'll see. They don't know about me, you don't know about me. They gon' know about me, you gon' know about me. See, I am not a slave, I was born to slide, I am not afraid. Hop about the K, oh yeah, free to God, they went out of state. I'm a child of God, I do not belong to the United States. Fuck black history, tell Uncle Sam he can catch a fade. I went to hell, school, graduated at the top of my class. Still never thought I was over my peers. We did that time together 12 years. Ain't that some movie? I think that it is. They won't control me, I'm really a member. I traveled that road, I came back with the jewels for them.
Salute, salute, salute. Grand Rising. Shout out to all my FBA brothers and sisters, all my American Indian Aboriginals in the building. Drop a fire emoji in the building. We got some shit we're going to talk about today, man. We're going to get right up in it. No diddy. Make sure y'all drop those fire emojis in the chat, man. Show some love. Let me know that y'all up in here. And first and foremost, let's get a roll call on this beautiful day. It is Sunday. Let's get a roll call. Shout out to everybody in the building. I want to see what city, what state you in. This is officially a Wake and Bake show. Shout out to Keith Lamont, Kelly Green, Drake Cobb's Music, Big Dog Philly OG, Bronze Flat Power, excuse me. Who else we got up in here with us? I believe that's it. We got Marty with the kicks in the building, man. Make sure y'all share this live stream. We got UK in the building. We got my brother from across the pond in the building with us. Make sure y'all support the movement, family. Make sure y'all share the live stream, support the channel, and all that good stuff. So we're going to continue the conversation that we was kind of having the other day pertaining to some of these guys, their agent behavior, agent provocateur conversations. But the most important thing I want to ask the family in the building, who is the FBA/Aboriginals of America? Do we have African lineage? That's the question I want to propose. Do we have African lineage? Because this is the thing that's been put on us by all other race groups besides our own people. Jamaicans come over and call us Africans. Africans come over and call us Africans. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is identifying the so-called American Negro as African. Is this a play? Is this a strategic play against our people? You know what I'm saying? We got to get into that. But I do got some conversation we're going to pick up off where we left off at yesterday. Conversation with the Ethiopian guy and Tariq Nasheed. And I got some other information because there was a guy recently busted. I don't know if y'all heard of Zoran Mandani. Zoran Mandani was actually charged and caught for claiming to be African American to get African American college benefits. Okay, so he's claiming to be Aboriginal FBA to get the benefits. It shows you these guys want to be you only when they can benefit off of you. So with that being said, shout out to the family in the building. Drop those fire emojis. Feel free to support the channel. You don't have to. You're not obligated, but we do appreciate it. Cash App information is pinned at the top of the live stream. Shout out to the real ones. Halito, what up, though? Shout out to the real ones around the building. Let's get right into the content, though. Let's go.
Nigga, no, that's not gangster, nigga. You can't be a giggling gangster.
You don't know my ties, nigga.
No, yeah, nigga, I know your ties, nigga. You got
right, and a lot of these immigrants love to tie to Black Americans, and guess what happens? They'll come in and bring in their degenerate culture to America, driven culture to America, and now they're identifying as us. So when the police capture crimes in the news, and in reality, it gets dumped on black people. Black charged with this. Black person does this, but in reality, it's Tether. And all the trash get dumped in our yard, and we're no longer going to clean the bullshit up. Immigrants must go. Shout out to everybody in the building. We got Bakarari, Maurice, and House of Nathan. Bailey Oso is in the building. Junebug is in here with us. We got my homie Old World Florida is in the building. Good to see you in here, Mr. Longo. Let's continue the rest of this conversation, though.
Nigga, no, that's not gangster, nigga. You can't be a giggling gangster.
You don't know my ties, nigga.
No, yeah, nigga, I know your ties, nigga. You got ties to the immigration office. That's what you do, nigga. You out here hiding from ICE. That's the only gang you looking for, the ICE truck to pull up. Little old sassy.
Tariq.
Look.
Calm down, nigga.
All right, calm down. Calm down, Tatalish. All right. You're not no thug. Talking about gangs. Stop it. All right, nigga. You got a gang of flies on your ass. That's what you got a gang of. That's the only problem you need to worry about. All right, but anyway, Tatalish.
Nah, nigga, hold on. Let me speak real quick. Are you gonna mute me again?
Hey man, say what you need to say. And then
all right.
Before them Uber orders come on in.
He called his ass an old giggling gangster. Come on, man. Giggling gangster from North Minnesota. See, that's the only thing that these guys be worried about is other Ethiopian gangs putting a foot up their ass. They are the most degenerate people in Minnesota. I don't even think they have Bloods and Crips in Ethiopia. They got like Somalian Bloods and Ethiopian Crips that's going back and forth with each other. You see what I'm saying? And it all gets dumped on us. It's insane.
But go ahead.
All right, you're not gonna mute me, is you?
Man, go ahead, bitch ass boy.
All right, so look, you trying to brush off our issues.
Ain't no hour. You ain't of our lineage, so stop it. Ain't no hour. We're not immigrants like you. But
I thought you wasn't gonna mute me.
Yeah,
nigga.
but you ain't gonna sit here talking about some hour and us. You ain't of our lineage, so go ahead.
You don't know me, nigga.
Yeah, dude, I can hear the goddamn flies buzzing around.
You don't know me, nigga.
I hear the flies buzzing around in the back. I hear flies and a battery missing out the smoke detector. So it's all types of beeping and buzzing going on in the back. I hear beeping.
I'm in the trenches.
No, you ain't the trenches. No, nigga, you in a damn in an apartment with 30 other Ethiopians, nigga.
You don't know me, nigga.
I know enough. I can hear that smoke alarm beeping in the back and flies and pops and clicks from your grandma living in the damn kitchen. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
nah, you nigga, Tariq, hold on. He's gonna let me speak.
A lot of these dudes
yeah, go ahead.
They come over here with this anti-Aboriginal, anti-FBA vitriol, but they want to be in your position. See, the reason these guys call you out of being lazy, the reason they kiss the European ass, the reason these guys leave and flee their homeland to come attach themselves to your culture is because they're wannabes. And when I say wannabes, it's on a whole nother level. They want to be you. They want to be respected. They want to be revered. They want to be the face of Negroes around the world. And not only that, they want to be in your seat. They want to be in your seat. They want the Europeans to look at them how Europeans look at us. When Europeans look at us, they kind of worried. Like they don't know if the next one going to pop off, if this is going to be an intelligent Negro to host the next uprise. They don't know. But when they look at foreigners, they see docile. They see easily controlled. When these foreigners look at us, they see hate. They see envy. They see something that they could never be. And that's why we are delineating from all these groups. And now the pressure is on these people to perform without the assistance of so-called Aboriginal FBA Americans. And we're looking at their performance skills. We're looking at their performances in general, and they're underwhelming. When we see these other groups try to perform in daily activities, life, economics, and political seating without our help, they flunk. They fail, family. We are the gift of gab. We are the culture. We are the energy here in America. And we got to understand that by looking at our influence around the world. And I think we're going to continue to break this down. But let's finish listening to these musty tethers spew hatred amongst our people, family. Let's listen to this.
You gotta
Let's
say
go.
that, man. Let's go ahead.
All right, so look, basically, nigga, you living high life right now, nigga. You know.
Oh, stop pocket. Well, y'all tethers are always pocket watching. Y'all some of the biggest haters on earth. Y'all tethers are the worst. I told y'all about these old pocket watching ass tethers. They're so jealous about it. Oh, hungry, so hungry. Y'all some hungry haters. Y'all always worried about what money we got. You nigga got all that money and I have to work at
Listen,
Postmates.
that's all they do. And this is another thing. Anytime they ain't got no points to prove, in reality, they go straight to pocket watching, tether pocket watching. And this is another thing that I see a lot of our own people are adopting, that the foreigners do, pocket watching another brother and sister. Or why you buying this, and why you ain't around there, and why you wearing Gucci and all this, that, and the third. These niggas be pocket watching. That's not a normal thing that Black Americans has done to other Black Americans, let alone any other people historically. Historically, Black people always revered and respected other Black people with money. This is how you got these booming industries. This is what we call Black Wall Street. This is what we call shopping with Black people, circulating your money. Your money couldn't circulate in your community multiple times if they had envy or was pocket watching the next person. Because it wouldn't. That's what it's stabbed into now. That's why your money don't circulate, because a lot of you guys have adopted the pocket watching mentality. We got to get rid of the pocket watching mentality. That's a foreign tether perspective and ideology. We shouldn't be dealing with that. Shout out to King Genesis in the building. Black Wolf is in the building. Shout out to you. Always good to see you family up in here. All right. We got Dre Cobbs. Dre Cobbs, I'm still waiting on that song, brother. Make sure y'all share this live stream. Give this live stream a quick share to whatever social media outlet that you enjoy. All right. Make sure when you share this live stream, you hashtag Aboriginal Power. We got to get back in that algorithm, family. We have to get, especially, you know what I mean? Yeah, for sure. Make sure y'all support the channel. But yeah, man, like I said, this pocket watching mentality literally comes from foreigners. And let's be clear, I know women oftentimes look at men and see what they can provide economically. Okay, so that's normal for our women to do so, because it's a stability. It's something that they look for in attraction of a mate. You understand me? Who can protect them economically, physically, and mentally. Okay, so women, I understand having those small sentiments of what a man makes, but when another man watches another man and complain about what he makes, use a little bitch in a tether. So you don't want to be a bitchy tether. A bitching tether is not a good mentality to have. I just want to make
Oh, hungry. Oh, hungry. Y'all some hungry haters. Y'all always worried about what money we got. You nigga got all that money and I have to work at Postmates. All right, nigga, all right, get your Postmate game up. Don't worry about me living on the high life, you little dusty nigga.
Okay, hold on. I got a serious question to ask you. You gonna let me ask it?
Hurry up, because I got other people I want to get on.
What is you gonna do considering President Trump's big beautiful bill that got passed? What are you gonna do for the community?
What you mean? What are we gonna do? And see, that's another thing. These tethers come around pocket watching us Americans, right? And they do it out of anger, jealousy. First of all, you little musty tether, stop worrying about my money, because I'm not going to be taking care of your bitch ass. See, that's why women wonder why you got some money, because you possibly they looking for potential. But why are you hungry tethers wondering about what money we got? We're not going to spend it with you. We're not going to shop and provide and take care of you. So why does irony affect what you do? I think it's a hating, pocket watching mentality.
Yeah,
And
because
we're
I got
going to
other
keep on
people I want to get on.
exposing that.
What is you gonna do considering President Trump's big beautiful bill that got passed? What are you gonna do for the communities across the nation? What are you gonna do? Because right now you got the position of a black leader, right? You're supposed to be a black
No,
leader.
I don't. No, I don't. Who am I the leader of? I ain't nobody's leader. What you talking
Then
about?
who the fuck is you talking? Who's you?
Who am I the leader of? What you talking about? I ain't nobody's
Who you
leader.
speaking for?
Yeah, no, I speak. I only lead your grandma and your aunt, nigga. That's it.
So
I
you're
just
not
got.
speaking.
No, I ain't the leader of nothing. I ain't the leader of
Then what the fuck
nobody. I
is?
ain't got to. Was what?
Is you gonna let me talk?
Yeah, you talking about the leader? Who am I the leader of?
So what are you doing right now?
Talking
what's the purpose?
talking to a musty tether in the middle of
No. What's the purpose of your platform? What's the purpose of your platform?
tethers like you. That's what I'm doing.
So you're not going spare a little change. You're not going to help out.
I already 30 cents a day to one of your cousins. Damn, what else do I need to do? Shit, I can't feed all of y'all asses.
Okay, a little.
Have to flick the flies off yourself and pull yourself up by your flip flops. I mean, damn, come on now.
Listen, hold on. Okay. Since you think I'm a tether, me.
It's not even a question at this point, sir.
Fuck me.
We clearly know you're a tether. Okay, we clearly know you're a tether.
Yeah. All right.
Is that why the big beautiful bill has you shook, because they about to get that immigration thing popping and get you the hell out. That big beautiful bush meat is what you're gonna be going back to. All right. So
nigga, I'm straight. I'm doing shit that's gonna actually gonna be good for our communities. I'm doing real shit, nigga. What are you doing? That's what I want to.
What you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm investing in a lot of shit that you don't know about, because
you're investing in gas money to drive Uber, because you're gonna have to get your ass
nah.
back home.
Yeah, nigga, you don't need some gas money. Because a lot of these guys brag about what they do, right? They come over here, we're surgeons, we're tech supporters, we're brain surgeons, we're lawyers, you know what I mean? That's what they be in their country, right? Respectfully. They come over here and they door dashing McDonald's to BAP. They working for Uber Eats. But you was a brain surgeon in your country. They be lying. You see what I'm saying? Oh, make sure y'all hit that like. Make sure you hit that like button. Man, listen, this is another reason you hear these same sentiments amongst these damn immigrants. Taught the leading oppressing class that these people who come in here are better than the other blacks. They're told directly that they're better than us. You niggas is lazy. They're told that they're better than us. But when they come here and reality sets in, they like, damn, they lied to us. We are not better than these niggas. And it creates this jealousy and this envy and this vitriol that they have towards our people. And so they're told that they're better than our people. But when reality hits, when they get into our community, they see that we're way better than them by a distance. We outshine them by a mile. They don't compete on no level. Like Brother Tariq Nasheed said in one of his prior live streams that I played, you could compare our lower class to their lower class. We outshine. You compare our middle class, shine. You compare our upper high class to their upper high class, we outshine them. They don't compete with us on no level, family. A lot of these people come over here and they got benefits and other allocations from our government. They got $1 million credit lines, and what they'll do oftentimes is say, "Oh, we better than these niggas in the hood." See, they'll take their middle class and compare it to our lower class, and then think that they have some type of grift over us. That's why they always talk about the Pookies and the Ray Rays and the communities, the Shaniquas, the Sharkeishas, and they try to compare their middle upper class to our lower class. That lets you know that we outshine these people on every level. We are some of the most intelligent, resilient, intuitive, and innovationist people that the world has ever seen. You can't name something that the world used. You can name anything that's invented in the world that the world uses that a Black American slash FBA slash Aboriginal did not have his hands on. Literally, whether it was in the blueprint, whether it was in the stitching, whether it was in the layout, whether it was in whatever, we had our hands in the creation of this entire fucking country, the entire relativity of the world, things that is sanctioned as civilization, things that civilized people need to function. Our people put those into motion. Give yourself a pat on the back, Aboriginal FBA family. Give yourself a pat on the back. Okay? Now, listen, we got 70 people in here. We have not hit the 30-minute marker yet, so we are kind of lit. I do need you guys to share on all social media outlets. Can I get you guys to share this at least 2 times on all your social media outlets? And let's get at least a few people to support the channel. Let's get at least, let's say 4 people to support the channel. I think the Cash App information is pinned at the top of the live stream. If you're not subscribed to the channel, I do advise you guys to subscribe. We got some more content to get into. Let's go, y'all.
A lot of shit that you don't know about because
you're investing in gas money to drive Uber because you're gonna have to get your ass back
nah,
home.
nah. Tariq, you
Yes, sir. You invest money into giraffe shoes. You're gonna have to put on some shoes for them giraffes when you get back to the crib. All right. So just focus on that and get out of FBA business. All right, Ike. Thank you so much, man. It's been real. All right, boy. These dusty little pocket watching tethers. Boy, I tell you, but these pocket watching tethers, they are so resentful. They hate when foundational Black Americans do anything that's remotely financially successful. They are the biggest damn haters. That's why I told people, a lot of these people upset with the Diddy thing where he didn't get thrown and he's not going to be in jail for life, and they're not going to take his assets. The Tethers are real upset about that. The Tethers are very upset about that. They love to see an FBA get taken down, especially financially. But listen, family, like I said, when somebody's lying, it's very important to understand why they're lying. See, lying is one thing. Lying is one thing, but understanding why these people are lying, what the purpose of the lie is, that's
That's
equally
actually a good question that Tyreek Nasheed said. It ain't the fact that they're lying, right? But we catch them in a lie. The question is, why are they lying? What are their intentions for the lie? That's actually a great question. Shout out to the real ones in the building, man. Let me give my boy Lewis Luck a wrench in the chat. I don't know why Lewis Luck do not got a wrench in my chat. That's everybody in the building. I would like for everybody to share this live stream. We need to have at least 200 people in this live stream right now. Share this on your Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Hashtag Aboriginal Power. Let's get it lit in here. Let's go.
important, ladies and gentlemen. Because see, when you find out why a person is lying, see, that reveals their hidden agenda. See, that exposes their true intention. If it's manipulation, self-protection, sabotage, jealousy, are they feds? Because a lot of these cats are feds. And understanding why they're lying, that protects you from larger schemes. Because some lies the surface level of sometimes a deeper operation. You understand? It's very important to understand why some of these people are lying, especially when they tell certain specific lies. That helps you kind of spot patterns and repetition. When you know the motive behind a lie, you can spot the same tactic being used again, either by that person or by others. See, I'm very good on pattern recognition. And when we get some of these oppie people who tell the same lie that's worded damn near the same way, That's not random. A lot of that shit is coming from some type of central source. People ain't just gonna coincidentally tell the same lie or lies just out the blue. It's coming from some type of central source, and there's a reason why they're telling certain lies. And usually that's like a COINTELPRO tactic. The name of the game is to try to discredit. That's why a lot of these guys, they'll call up and they'll tell a lie, and then you'll debunk them, and then they'll change the subject and go into a whole different lie. See, we got to watch. We better understand, family, how real COINTELPRO is. We got to understand how real it is. When they start declassifying a lot of documents from the 1960s, people really underestimated the reach of the COINTELPRO program. When you start looking at some of the declassified documents, boy, they had these agents and operatives everywhere in the Black community. They had these people crawling around everywhere. This is in the 60s. They had them all up in churches. They had them all up on Black college campuses. Any Black media people they had ops in there who's sitting up there giving misinformation and then feeding information back to the feds. All of the so-called militant organizations, Black Panthers, Black Liberation Party, it was just loaded with damn agents. In the New Hidden Color 6, we talk about Brother Malcolm X. Before he died, dude, damn near everybody in that damn Audubon was a agent, dude. Man, y'all don't understand how deep that shit was with Malcolm. Nigga, who wasn't a damn agent around Malcolm when he died? It was bad, man. And we done uncovered so much stuff about Malcolm that everybody around him was a damn op. You understand? Dr. King, he had a bunch of ops around him when he got killed. He was flooded with ops. The photographer, everybody was a damn agent. The dude taking the pictures of him laying there dead, that nigga was a damn informant. You know? So yeah, now we see how deep that shit was then. Do y'all understand? Y'all think that shit went away now and they got way more surveillance, way more technology now? Yeah. And they got the internet where they can be way more covert and they can have these weird tethers call up because Brother Hosea Williams, he said one of the photographers that was an agent that was around Dr. King was a South African informant. Was an informant from South Africa. So these tethers have been on the take for a minute, ladies and gentlemen. So we better understand how serious this is. So when people come in with certain patterns and they're saying certain bullshit ass talking points, understand that ain't random and that ain't them just hating. These folks are sent in to do shit like that, and we have to understand why. You understand? Look at all the people in here. Let me tell you something. When you got a lot of people in these rooms like we got now every night, that's some real influence, ladies and gentlemen. That's real influence. And anytime there's real influence, there's going to be real sabotaging or attempts of sabotaging. Let's get No Bull. Mo Bull, No Bull. Mo Bull, No Bull.
Mic check, mic check. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. I'm chilling in the pavilion, man. It's good. You've been holding your own the past few days,
Listen,
man.
man, this is why since the last 3 years, because I can say I've been pushing this Aboriginal / FBA stuff for the last 3 years because I understand the point and the importance of delineating. We've been told almost our whole life under this conscious diaspora that all skin folk are kinfolk. The Africans in the islands, the Africans here, the Africans there, we all brothers, should be unified. Help them, they'll help you. We've been helping them and haven't received not a lick of help from none of them. So from that point, we like, fuck it. We're not helping. We've been hands-on with every movement that Negroes have put together around the world. I'm talking about going as far back to the Negroes in the Philippines. with some of the guerrilla warfare that the Black Panther movement went down there and helped fight for them. Okay? We've been involved with every movement on the planet and fought in every war in America, and yet we don't get the respect. Live and learn. See, people like you is the reason we in this position now. And so, you's a weak link. So we're not going to allow you to comment in the chat amongst the righteous and the truth seekers and the ones who actually want to do something. We're going to ban you from making comments in this chat. So just want to give you a heads up, brother. We're not tolerating any disrespect to our people. And y'all ain't going to discredit anything that my peoples have done, whether it was minute or large. Okay? All of the contributions, all of the stride effort that my people give to my people is all worth it. It all plays a crucial and impactful part to my people. Okay? Having these conversations is a part of the tactics as well. People act like, well, why y'all just talk about it? All y'all do, talking ain't gonna do nothing. Talking is bringing awareness. It's identifying the solution. You can't be about it if you can't talk about it. You can't talk about it if you can't walk about it. All this stuff is combined and layered together. How can you rally your people together? How can they know which direction to go? How do they know what things to do if you're not going to speak about it? And we can't identify the issue. And I noticed that a lot of these brothers will say that having these conversations about delineating and talking about the impact that these tethers and foreign immigrants play on our people, they say it's useless. Right? It's not making a difference. But we have seen it make a difference over the years. We have seen people ideologies and perspectives change. People that once nut hugged and protected immigrants and tethers are now going against them. Okay? People who thought it was a black and brown coalition is now speaking out against them. People who thought Africans was our people is now speaking. So now we can't say that the conversation ain't doing nothing, because the conversation has altered the perspective of our people. And you can't properly move if you got a false perspective. It's just that simple, family. And so we dive into the dichotomy of how foreign people come into our situations, our neighborhood, and it impact us. And oftentimes, most likely 99% of the time, the impact is the negative results on our people. The insults, the results is a negative result on our people every time. So we know that we don't need no other outsiders to come and help us. Y'all haven't helped in the last 70 years. In the last 50 years. Now, what we can look at historically is that when we didn't deal with nobody and we only dealt with ourselves, we loved ourselves. We shot with ourselves. We shot with our peoples. We built with our peoples. We communicated with our peoples. We've seen some of the most biggest, booming, thriving communities that we have ever seen in America, independently from our people. Okay? So let's get back into some of the content. Let's go. Hit that like button, support the channel, man. Cash App information is...
A couple things I want to go through real quick. Number one, I have noticed over the past week, these I think I've heard them call themselves, or refer to themselves as these cornbread niggas or cornbread black folk, bougie ass black folk. I think they've been amping things up over the past week. I heard a couple of these folks. One of them I remember, kind of gleaned at the video, kind of got at you. They've been amping things up, man. I mean, they've been amping things up at us, at basically a lot of us on delineation tip, man. They've been amping shit up, man. I'm like, there is something up, man. There is definitely something up. I've noticed that too. Like just on my timeline, I'm seeing a couple of these folks trying to talk about how any of us that's on our delineation, we're quote unquote, lying with white colonizers or some bullshit. So yeah, there's definitely something up right here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, brother, and yeah, we're on it. We're not letting anything pass us by. We're peeping everybody. Let's get Forever King Zay. Forever King Zay. What's up, brother? King Zay, unmute your microphone, please. If you can. Mr. King, I give you 5 seconds. And since we're not getting that, let's get Jacob. I'll try Jacob again. All right, let's try Mr. Jacob and see if his thing works this time. Hey, what's up, Jake?
Hey, what's up, man? I wanted to say a few things.
Go ahead.
Not typical tethers, you would call it, but I wanted to say I appreciate you guys' space very much. It's helped me learn so much as a Mexican. Me personally, I'm like a darker Mexican, right? So we experience the light Mexicans in Mexico. I understand that, right? Obviously, we see that here in America, but I have extraordinary sympathy, obviously, towards the white supremacy thing. Just experiencing, obviously, growing up. But so I appreciate you guys' space.
Okay.
Secondly, I definitely feel like my bad. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm just agreeing with you. Go ahead.
Yeah. Secondly, I feel like I'm a little more educated for most Mexicans that at least come up here because I listen to every single one of your videos every single day. So I feel like one thing to not underestimate, which you already talk about every day, which is I definitely think every non-FBA is definitely against FBAs all the time, and it's actually crazy. And then lastly, my biggest question I've been really wanting to ask you is if you're religious at all and what your standpoint is on that part, just so I can kind of direct me on everything, I guess.
Okay, yeah, very good question. Thank you for the call, by the way. Now, as far as
Well, listen,
me being religious,
I think ICE is not dumb, right? I believe ICE has a very unique programming system for people that they're looking for. So they're not making moves without knowing where they're going. So if they go to an Indian reservation and pick up a couple Hopi or Lakota Indians, it's probably because those Lakota Indians are illegal immigrants from Asia. So don't get it twisted. These Native Americans are Asians, and they are smuggling and being set in pro sale with illegal immigration as well. If this was really your homeland, you're not with illegal immigration. You're not even with immigration at all. So why are you even protecting illegal people coming to your tribal land? See, that lets you know that it's a game being played right in front of the Aboriginal / FBA Americanized family. And we see it. We done pulled their skirt down. It has been unveiled to us that we are the true Untontons on this land. All these foreigners are running around scared, eyes bucking. And I'm hearing these stories through and a lot of these black immigrants talking about we should be worried too. You niggas is next. They removed the DEA. You guys are going to get deport illegal immigrants fast. No, we're not going nowhere, guys. As a matter of fact, they might start hiring us to get rid of y'all. Seriously. Because most of the janky people, most of the workers were janky, so they getting rid of them. You gonna start going to construction sites and see nothing but niggas and white people. It's gonna come to a point where they're gonna be hiring our people to remove you immigrants. We're gonna be getting paid by government officials to remove you guys. Some of us are gonna do it. And so one thing for sure is they're not gonna be hiring you guys to get rid of you guys. See how that works? This is America. There's a standard for what an American is. It comes with a definition. Within that definition, it describes who we are. We are the Aboriginal people here. And if you're not an Aboriginal or one of the copper color peoples here, you're not American. You can't even be foundational to this motherfucker. But let's get into
that part,
some
just so I can kind of like direct me on everything, I guess.
Okay, yeah, very good question. Thank you for the call, by the way. Now, as far as me being religious to a certain degree, again, my thing is, I believe that us foundational Black Americans, we had an ethnogenesis and a spiritual ethnogenesis, and we have a spiritual entity within us that I call the Majara spirit. Had to give it a name because our spiritual essence is completely different. We have a spiritual essence that's completely different from everybody. Just the way we do things, the way we move, the moral high ground that we have collectively. Just a lot of things about foundational Black Americans, how we have looked out for everybody and helped so many people. And our spiritual essence is extremely unique. We've sacrificed for so many people like nobody else has done. Nobody has done what we've done. Foundational Black Americans, I like to point out how, again, in the 1930s and 40s, when Ethiopia was about to be attacked by Italy, thousands of foundational Black Americans lined up in the United States trying to volunteer to go over there and fight. Family, when has any other group volunteered to come fight and help us?
You can't name one time in history. Fuck all that marching and all that. You can't name one time in history where any other group of people volunteered to come fight for us, yet alone fight for us. Definitely not fight for us, and definitely not no goddamn volunteering. Like, come on, man, we got to be real with ourselves, family. They're pushing these narratives as if we can't see through the baloney.
Can we be real? When has any group anywhere said, hey, we're going to go help them FBAs. We're going to help foundational Black Americans. Let's go line up and help them. When have they done that? Come on. When the Vietnam War was happening and they were about to send Muhammad Ali, greatest world champion, he was like, nah, I'll go to jail before I do that. I'm not going to go over there and fight those people. He took a moral stand and willing to put everything on the line, put his title on the line, put his freedom on the line to say, hey, I think this is immoral and I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go over there and harm them people. They didn't do nothing to me. I'm dealing with y'all over here. Do you know how much integrity, the spiritual essence you got to have to stand on that type of business when you're at the top of your career? You understand that? Who has done that for us? Who put it on the line? Anybody. Who has put that on the line for us? Anywhere, anytime. You know what I'm saying? We have a certain spiritual essence that's different, man.
You can't name a group of people that has put it on the line for us. In reality, family, like this is reality. You can't find a group of people that has done so. Shout out to the real ones in the building, man. Let's get a quick drop of a fire emoji. Let's get a roll call. Where is the family at in here this evening? I want to see where the family is at. I want to see where the family is at in here. Tap in, family. I need y'all to drop those fire emojis and all that good stuff. Need y'all to drop them fire emojis and all that good stuff. All right. Let's get into this conversation. Let's
We
go.
have the Queen Mother Empress out of Detroit, because this is a big, the story has kind of grown. I do want to discuss
Let me run this back
on this broadcast, and I would like for people to kind of chime in, because this is a big, the story has kind of grown about that Democratic mayoral elect, what's his name? Mamdani, the Mamdani guy. Zoran, how do you pronounce? I can't pronounce his name. Zoran Mandani. He is basically the Democrat elect for the mayoral race in New York. So he's an East Indian dude, right? Am I right? He's an East Indian dude. And he was born in Uganda. His family, they're East Indians. They were, if I'm right, am I right,
Let me
guys? I'm
put
trying to get it
together
right
a
about
nice
this
little
guy.
thumbnail for this nigga.
East Indian. His family was born. Well, he was born in Uganda. All right, if I'm not mistaken. All right, I try to be right and exact about some of these people. But let me just get all the facts on this guy, so I'm not just whistling Dixie. Let me just make sure all of my I want all the information to be right and exact about Zoran Mandani. So he was born in Uganda, in Kampala, Uganda. Um, his parents are Punjabi Hindu. All right. So yeah, they're Muslims, but East Indians, some Punjabi Hindu Indians. And their family was over there in Africa, and there was a lot of East Indians over
Man, East Indian with a Pan-African Kente, what the fuck is this on his head? What they call this? A kufi. A African Kente cloth kufi is crazy on the East Indian. I'm not even gonna lie. This is diabolical. This reminds me of that girl, that East Indian girl that was cool with what's the bitch that was running for president this past year? Damn, I can't even think of her East Indian ass. She done flew out my mind so quick. Y'all help me in the chat. We got the smartest chat on the fucking planet. Kamala Harris. Thank you, family. Kamala Harris. Shout out to Instagram. It was Kamala Harris. Who was cool with the East Indian lady. And the East Indian lady that she did a little show with, her brother got caught for fraud by acting like a Black American. He went to school. Mindy Kalin, right? Mindy Kalin's brother went around acting like a Black dude, getting all the benefits that a Black American would get to go to college. That pretty much paid for his college through Black American programs, grant programs, and he identified as a. So this is not a normal. I mean, this is not an unusual thing from these people cosplaying like us. You know what I'm saying? Especially these East Indians.
there in Africa. They lived in Cape Town, South Africa. They kind of bounced around Africa. There's a lot of those East Indians out there in Africa. Now, here's the thing: when he was going to some years ago, he was going to Columbia University, I think. Where he put in an application for Columbia University. This is the controversy. He checked off that he was Asian, and he checked off Black or African American in his Columbia University application regarding race. All right. And the university, this is what the New York Post is saying, where his father was and still is a professor, had affirmative action friendly admission policies at the time. So a lot of people are saying that he might have been trying to take advantage of this.
Oh, they definitely was taking advantage of it. Let me show you what they do. Let me show you exactly what they do, family. Let me play this clip. Let me play this clip right quick. Fair use, family. Say it again. Fair.
It's a brother versus sister feud, and it's getting nasty.
Oh, boy.
Actress Mindy Kalin, star of the Fox sitcom The Mindy Project, is reportedly denouncing her own brother for a new book he is writing.
She said that by publishing this book, I would bring shame on the family.
On The Mindy Project, the actress plays an OBGYN.
I heard that birth control makes you fat and cranky. So does pregnancy.
Now her brother says she's less than thrilled that he applied to medical school by claiming he was Black.
I did it because I was desperate to get in to medical school.
37-year-old VJ Choco.
See, these people do anything when they desperate. You heard it come out the horse's mouth.
Thrilled that he applied to medical school by claiming he was black.
I did it because I was desperate to get into medical school.
37-year-old VJ Choco Ingram bears a striking resemblance to his celebrity sister, but he altered his appearance by shaving his head and then claiming on his medical school application that he was a black man. As part of the deception, he also used his middle name JoJo. Why?
There was statistical evidence that an African-American student with my grades and test scores was very likely to get admission to medical school, whereas an Indian American applicant was unlikely to get in.
He says his plan worked. He was accepted to the St. Louis University.
So he's proving that black people are smarter and they know that they're going to excel a lot faster. So what would he do to try to guarantee his acceptance? Be a black man. See, these people been eating off of y'all. This is my point proven. This is my point proven, family.
Very likely to get admission to medical school, whereas
the medical school application that he was a black man. As part of the deception, he also used his middle name JoJo. Why?
There was statistical evidence that an African-American student with my grades and test scores was very likely to get admission to medical school, whereas an Indian American applicant was unlikely to get in.
He says his plan worked. He was accepted to the St. Louis University School of Medicine in 1999. His famous sister and family never knew of his scheme, and when he recently revealed it, he said,
she said she never knew of his scheme. See, she just don't want to be attached to it. She knew. She knew the damn scheme. She knew the damn scheme. And that's my point. So let's get back to this, man.
But he actually didn't get into the school. Okay, I thought he went to the school, but he actually didn't get into it. Now, Mandani told the New York Times he doesn't consider himself black or African American, but he's an American born in Africa. And he felt that the other choices on the form didn't fully address who he is. See, this is what a lot of people are trying to play now. Well, technically, he was born in Africa, then he came to America. So technically.
See, that's why we got to get rid of that African American term. Our people don't even use it like that. So I'm denouncing the word African American. I am denouncing the word African American. That's no longer attached to our people. I'm not fucking with that no more. We can't fuck with that.
He's an African American. So people are trying to say he didn't really lie. Family. This, ladies and gentlemen, is why we use foundational Black American, ladies and gentlemen. This is the exact reason why the foundational Black American that has to be used in place of African American. We just can't use African American no more. This is why the delineation, it could not have come sooner, family. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is why we're just so hell-bent on getting the language right. African American, it's too geographically vague and it's open to manipulation like this. The term African American, it applies to anybody with a link to the continent of Africa. North Africans, Arab Africans, South Africans, Elon Musk, Indian Ugandans, because it's rooted in geography rather than lineage or experience. So non-Black people, they can easily exploit that term to falsely gain benefits meant for.
Do y'all see do y'all peep the play, family? Do y'all peep the play? Hey, shout out to Leonard Justice for the donation. We do appreciate that. Shout out to Leonard Justice for the donation. Everybody in the chat, show some love, shout him out. He's also the first person and the only person to support today's live stream, you guys. Hey, man, I don't know what's going on. It seems like the Tethers be supporting more than the brothers of the stock. Come on, family. We got to support our family. Support the channel. Share the live stream. All that is a form of supporting. We do appreciate y'all for coming in. If you're new to the channel, make sure y'all subscribe. This is your brother Aboriginal Power.
The descendants of freedmen.
Shout out to Tyreek Nelson.
You understand, family? That's what Foundational Black American is, a lineage-specific title. It can't be hijacked by somebody who was born in Africa and all. No. That's why it's very important to get the words together. Family, African American, I'm telling you, I've been doing broadcasts about that for the last few months, telling y'all we got to drop that shit. That creates a very dangerous false equivalency. Using African American as a blanket term, society, they'll lump us in, Foundational Black Americans, in the same categories of African and Indian immigrants, Caribbean immigrants, everybody. Anybody born on African soil or come from somewhere on African soil. No, that dilutes our distinct legacy, our trauma, our restorative claims. These claims, these things belong to the descendants of the freedmen here. You see, all of this stuff muddies the waters, man. The term African American, that enables opportunist under the guise of this whole complex identity. See, Mandani's application shows the vagueness of the term allows somebody who doesn't identify as Black, who has no lineage or connection to American slavery, and is of Indian descent, to mark down Black or African American on a damn college application. That's not a harmless misclassification. That's a damn loophole that was designed to undermine us when it comes to policies that address our generational harm. I want y'all to understand that. That was a damn deliberate loophole that we fell for. African American, we got to be very honest, man. That term has been weaponized against foundational Black Americans and our specific needs. You know, programs that's intended to support foundational Black Americans often benefit non-FBA immigrants who just got here. Yeah, and then they get chosen to be the Black voices in media, academia, politics. Man, we see who's up in these universities. Man, these HBCUs and other universities, who do they have teaching at these spots now? They got a bunch of hostile tethers up there. Y'all remember that Nigerian woman out there in Pennsylvania? She's at one school. We've been on her bumper. It was a few of them. It was one dude up there in New York teaching at a university, and he's all online calling us akatas and shit, and they got him. I think they got his ass fired, I think. Then that other mammy, the Nigerian mammy out there in I can't think of what school it is. It's out there in Pennsylvania, if I'm not mistaken. This big old mammy, she's Nigerian, and we saw her all on Twitter calling us all types of akatas, and she's teaching Black studies up there in damn Pennsylvania. You know what I'm saying? So we allow these little loopholes where these hostile people can come over, misrepresent us, and then be the representatives of Blackness with their hostilities. You see? So we got to check this stuff. And, you know, the term African American, that reinforces institutional gaslighting. See, we maintain a term that the institutions can easily manipulate. You know, it allows schools, corporations, the government, all of these other entities to claim diversity numbers by using foreign-born or non-FBA individuals, excluding us while they're talking about there's some African-American representation. When we say, hey, man, what's going on with the Black people here? They'll pull out a piece of paper. Well, look, we got some African-Americans admitted here, so we do have African-American representation. And it's a goddamn East Indian. You know what I'm saying? On paper, it'll look like we got some representation, but it'll be a bunch of damn tethers. So yeah, that's not a harmless infraction. We got to understand the term African American, that term lacks historic specificity. African American, that don't give no indication of the distinct cultural and spiritual and resistance tradition born from slavery and the survival of us here in the US. You understand? See, foundational Black American, that's a powerful thing. It's a cultural and historic marker that's rooted in American origin stories of struggle, brilliance, resilience. And it's not no generic continental label. That's why people get so up about it. There's a reason why people start whining and crying.
Man, that's why they don't like it, because the thing they don't like is the word foundational. They've been cool with the word Black American because they can attach themselves to it. But the word, when you add foundational, it's like saying first. You see what I'm saying? It's like saying Aboriginal. You might as well, you can remove foundational and just say Aboriginal. Because the foundation means the first, the ones who built this place. And that's the Aboriginal people. Then they can't attach themselves to that historically, lineage wise, culturally, or in innovation wise. We're here to wake our people up, family. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the ancestors just move through us to do what we need to do, but we're here to wake up the people to let them know that they are the indigenous peoples here. Let's continue.
Because they can't co-opt it, which is good. You're not supposed to co-opt our shit. We can't co-opt everybody else's stuff. If you don't let people shame us and try to gaslight us into,
we can't let people shame and gaslight us. Hey, so we just gonna let my brother Litter Justice be the only one to support the channel. Y'all be going out there by yourself like that.
That's why people get so up about it. People start whining and crying because they can't co-opt it, which is good. You're not supposed to co-opt our shit. We can't co-opt everybody else's stuff. If you don't let people shame us and try to gaslight us into saying, hey, we need boundaries on this thing. We need boundaries. This is why we need boundaries. We're not going to be no goddamn generic, boundaryless, undefined damn African Americans. That don't mean nothing. That term keeps us weak, and people want us to be weak under the guise of fake Pan-Africanism. Oh, we all black. We all, if the police pull me over, they ain't gonna act if I'm from Uganda. Yeah, shut up. Yeah. Let's keep this thing real out here. Using that term African American, that lets a lot of these non-black people perform blackness. Mandani, he already admitted, he said, I don't identify as black. Yet he still claimed African American on that college form. That shows you these non-blacks can perform blackness for gain with no loyalty to the lived realities of Black Americans. That's not just problematic, that's exploitive, family. That's called exploitation. That's not Pan-Africanism. Let's get off this bullshit where people can exploit us and they try to remix it as if it's some form of Pan-Africanism if they get to exploit us. That's literally all it is. How come we can't exploit y'all Negroes no more? We supposed to be Pan-African. What about Margaret Garvey? Yeah. People want to exploit us. That's why when we're sitting our ass down, look how people are chaotic and running around like chickens with their heads cut off. They don't know what to do right now. When we're sitting it out, chilling and telling people, why don't y'all just go ahead and fight your own battles right now? These issues you got ain't really got nothing to do with us. All of that immigration, knock yourself out. Hey, wait, nigga, wait. We're all the same, nigga. No. We got to understand, man, the term African American, that's a government assigned term. African American.
That's a government assigned term. At what point in time we going, right now, when we say Aboriginal, that's our own assigned term. When niggas even claim FBA, that's our own assigned term. We're putting our own power, our own meaning, our own history attached to the classification we're gonna go by. Facts.
I keep saying this. That term was popularized and institutionalized in the late 80s by Jesse Jackson, the Congressional Black Caucus, and the Boule, coming from the DNC. Not by the people as a lineage identifier. That did not come from the grassroots. That shit came from the top, which should have let us know it was problematic. And that was a way to make the Foundation of Black Americans sound more like hyphenated immigrant groups, Italian Americans, Irish Americans. That was a horrible thing that they did to us. That was a major trick bag. But unlike these other groups, we did not immigrate at all. We're not immigrants. We were enslaved and exploited, and we built this country. We are native born.
For those that don't agree with the enslaved conversation, which I don't really agree with, I like to use the term POW, and I add credence to that with the historical understanding based off of what my people endured. These people were warriors, and our people were in prison during this war status. So we became POWs. That's a prisoner of war. Okay. I'm not going to put that slave title on my people, but I don't argue too much with people that do.
Ethnic group formed through generational oppression and resistance, and we survived it. That's a very unique thing that we have to put our markers around. We have to put our boundaries around. And I want y'all to understand some family. Language defines power. Language defines power. Foundational Black American language must be ours. Terms are political. African American, that allows other people to define and dilute our foundational Black American identity. The term FBA, that's self-determined. That's a specific lineage-based designation.
And that's why I say Aboriginal American. When you just say American and you look up the definition of American, it gives you a designation and a description of the people. You see what I'm saying? Shout out to my brother Roger W. being the second person to support the channel. I want everybody in the chat to show some love to Roger W. family for being the second person to support the channel. All right. Shout out to the family in the building. Give me a fire emoji if you're still in here rocking out. Don't let Leonard Justice and Roger W. be the only family to support the channel today. Okay, let's keep it going. We got more to get into.
And it's resistance to people co-opting it. When we fully embrace that designation, Foundational Black Americans, we protect our legacy. We shield ourselves from erasure. You understand? And then we clarify the righteous claims to justice that we're supposed to get. And family, there's a new energy out here now, which is good. When we recognize our unique foundational Black American lineage, we pay honor to not just ourselves, to our lineage and our ancestors, and our ancestors show us the support and protection in return and the just retribution that's needed for the spiritual warfare that we're enduring right now. See, that brings me to the thing with y'all heard about what's going on with Essence right now down in New Orleans. Essence, a lot of the vendors are dropping out, the ticket sales are low. Essence, the Essence Fest down in New Orleans.
And the Essence Fest done turned into the Tethers. That's the Tether Fest now. It ain't even the G. It just ain't it, man. It's a bunch of weird stuff going on, cultural invites there, man. It is the Tether Fest. It is the Tether Fest.
Essence right now down in New Orleans. Essence, a lot of the vendors are dropping out, the ticket sales.
Matter of fact, we got my brother Bronze Flat Power in the chat, and I know he's a New Orleans native. Maybe my brother could come on and speak to the conversation that's going on down there and with that whole situation in New Orleans dealing with the Essence Festival. So Bronze Flat Power, if you're in here still listening, hit the link. The link is in the chat for anybody want to come on, ask the question. Y'all know how it goes around here, man. I ain't gotta explain it. Shout out to everybody in the building. Let's keep it going though.
Sales are low. Essence, the Essence Fest down in New Orleans, people ain't really feeling it like that. It's really falling off, and a lot of people are complaining about how the Essence Fest is falling off. The crowds it ain't popping like that no more. You know why? Because they tried to turn Essence Fest into Tether Fest. Now he's up there. And they try to turn that shit into the Jollof Festival. People just ain't feeling it. Yeah. And then I'm hearing there was some real weird stuff going on where they would charge people the general admission and then charge them some other shit to get into certain parts of the festival. They're double and triple charging people, them tethers in there doing tether shit. Ain't nobody feeling that. Ain't nobody feeling that. That's not the spirit of New Orleans. So you got to go down there with the right spirit. You can't go out there trying to exploit, man. So yeah, there's a whole different vibe and a whole different energy out here right now. And we could not have delineated sooner. This is why we're seeing in real time why it's
Hey,
important
Bronze, come
for
on and
us
talk
to
about it. The link
define
is in the chat.
our lineage on our terms and put boundaries on it. That's where your power is, and show respect to our direct foundational Black American ancestors. Let's get some folks in here. Let's get Barry. Brother Barry, hop on in, sir. Hey, Brother Barry, how are you? What's going on?
Good, good. I just wanted to say, like, I'm a Somali, I'm a Tether, right? And I'm not in here to, like, argue with you and go back and forth, because I actually agree with a lot with what you're saying.
Okay, so what makes you a tether? What'd you do that was tetherish?
This Tether just mean you're just non. I'm Somali, I guess.
No, because you said you were a tether, so that means you do things to undermine us. So what did you do to undermine us?
Oh, no, I don't. No. Sorry, I guess I didn't know.
You know what it meant. You know you be doing some undermining shit. Just go ahead and let it out.
Said you were a tether, so that means you do things to undermine us. So what did you do to undermine us?
Oh, no, I don't. No. Sorry, I guess I didn't know what it meant.
No, yeah, at this point, you know what tether means. And it doesn't mean just because you're non-FBA. Everybody non-FBA is not a tether. So you must have done something. So anyway, what's on your mind?
So when I was in ninth grade, right, this was actually funny. There were some white kids that were telling me I was African American. Okay. And what I was trying to explain to them was that, and this is before, I knew about FBA, because I was in ninth grade back in like 2013, 2014. I'm 27 now,
Mm-hmm.
So back then, what was funny was that, like, I was trying to explain to this kid, don't use the word African American because that's vague. I'm not descended from the slaves of America, and that wasn't me trying to, like, talk bad, but I was trying to say, like, if I come from Somali lineage, it's disrespectful to you guys' lineage if I just try to hijack it and say, hey, I was also a part of the civil rights movement. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. So that's why I'm really glad that the term FBA exists now, because now, you guys get to have, your history and your lineage, and we get to have ours. But I do respect you guys' lineage, and you guys did help us out a lot. Because right now, yeah.
Yes, go ahead. Right now, what's happening right now?
Yeah, like, if you even look at, I know this kind of sounds random, like the UFC, a lot of people like John Jones, him being the one FBA guy, they're all just kind of hating on him. And Woken Buckley, another FBA fighter, like they always, like, they always say, like, little indirect racial things about them.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you know what I mean? Like Israel Adesanya was talking about Woken Buckley, and like, Israel Adesanya is Nigerian,
Mm-hmm.
And he was kind of about Woken Buckley. He was like, oh, why does this guy always sound like he's rapping? Why does this guy always sound like I'm like, they say anything just to impress, like, white America. It's just pathetic, man. And I feel like that's what real tethering is,
Right. There it is, my man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Let's get Martin in here. Martin? Mr. Martin, unmute your microphone, sir. Martin, if you can unmute your mic, that'd be good. I give you about 5 seconds in case there's a delay. And if you're not up in 5 seconds, we'll get Von Black in the building. Von Black in the building?
Yeah, peace, Flex. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. How you doing, Von?
Peace, man, from Brooklyn, New York. This is off topic, if you will allow me, but I think it's real important, and I'm bringing it to you because you who you are.
Go ahead.
There's a petition online at change.org about getting this Hunter Metcalf arrested and charged with murder one, the same way Carmelo Anthony is. And I think it's very important that we pay attention to that. Now, I don't like this Dominic Alexander dude, and I spent money over there, but everybody's complaining about that. But I think it's very important that the family support this petition online to get this twin brother charged with the same charges because he's just as culpable for the murder as Carmelo would be, allegedly.
Okay. Well, yeah, they're not gonna charge that white boy. Yeah, they're not gonna charge him. That's kind of wishful thinking. Yeah, they're not about to charge him with nothing. His brother was, they're painting his brother as the victim. So yeah, they're not gonna do that. We just got to be realistic about it and strategic about it. All right, let's try it. Martin, you good, Martin? I'm gonna take you down, Martin. Let me get Sister Empress in here.
What's up, baby?
Hey.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, beloved. How are you, dear?
Celebrating my birthday month all the way through August 31st. I'm born in July too.
Yes.
It's a Scorpion moon, and you've been cooking. We love you. We hope you'll come and start visiting Detroit. We could use you to really, spit out the game, and you be on point with the FBA, because this is about our lineage. And in this year of the snake, snake in China represent Taurus, and that is the banker, and it is wood that's cold, uncaring, uncaring. And this is why you see so many people that voted for something that it bites them. I didn't like when the gentleman talking with you last night, and he wants to say that he is a known supremacist, and he wants to keep saying he doesn't agree that Wyoming is the whitest state. He wants to live whatever. You can't have your cake and eat it too. It's basically hatred of the phallus of the Black man. And that's what it comes down to. I want to also put out here, and brother, I'd like for you to answer this. Now, it's going to be tragic when we see people being without medical that's elderly in the Black community, as well as food, for those that are disabled. That is a problem that I don't like. And I like when I'm seeing how they're doing it. You only want it to come into play once it's in a time of elections, feeling that they're not going to lose their spot from the Republican end. And so the Democrats is really zooming in on that. And I know you had spoke on it about Thursday, but I wasn't able to hear it. But I will also say many people will suffer behind that, but there is a reaping what has been sown. It's time for us to have our benefits, and you've been on point. It's time for us to get our benefits. Have you been noticing that it is a lot of hostility because we are claiming our foundational Black American lineage, letting that Majora spirit really marinate? I've been noticing a lot of hatred just coming out of nowhere. As long as you use Black Americans or African American, nobody has a problem with that. They have a deep problem with the term foundational, and I'm peeping this really heavy in the medical field, in your scholastics, as you're going to like Wayne State, you're going to the U of M, you're going to Ohio, New York State, Howard. I'm noticing that more than anything, because on job applications, they will not put that. So your best bet is to just put other. What do you think about that, brother?
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a very good idea. Thank you for the call, dear. Yeah, people, there is a hostility because it's an exclusionary term. And we as foundational Black Americans, people expect us to be the mule for everybody. Everything we get, we're expected to share it, which is another form of slavery. That's what slavery was. We would sacrifice benefits for ourselves to work and fight and struggle so that everybody else could eat while we're sitting here with a plate full of crumbs. Now that we've said, okay, we're not holding no more crumbs, it's time for us to eat our cake. We have to sit down and eat, because if we don't eat, we're not going to survive. We just can't have people leeching off of us indefinitely. This is why don't feel bad for looking out for yourself. They tried this shaming tactic on us. If we look out for ourselves, oh, y'all work for the CIA, y'all black MAGA. What that is? Y'all hate the motherland. People do all of this weird projecting. Whenever people talk that talk, that's projection talk. Like I said, nobody hates the motherland more than people born on the motherland. They can't stand Africa. Let's be real. And you want to talk about CIA, FBI movements, a lot of them Pan-African organizations were funded and created by the CIA and the FBI. If so many of them, they were directly funding Pan-African movements. Yeah? Because the US government, they have no problem with us looking over to Africa. They want us to do that. They want us to sit up here claiming some generic African identity. They want that for several reasons. Number one, they know Africa has already been destabilized, so they want us to have a pie in the sky, idealistic view of Africa. This longing to want to go back to the motherland and all that. They have no problem with that. That's why they pay for all of those African study courses and all that. Hey, we'll fund all of your African scholars, all that shit. Also, to keep our eyes off of our land claim here. When we start looking at our real history here and see how long our lineage has been here, we can start saying, hey, wait a minute, them little treaties y'all made with some of these red natives who got here later, hey, I just saw my lineage has been here way longer. I'm going to need to get a check too. Not just from that, also from these reparations. I ain't looking to no damn Africa. I'm looking right here. I'm looking at reparative justice and economic justice right here. You see, and that's the threat. You got to understand that. Let's get Yeet. Yeet, what's up, Yeet? Yeet. Mr. Yeet, are you in here? If Yeet is not in here, we'll get the wolf. Oh, the wolf bounce. Okay, let's get Edward. Edward, you in here?
Yeah, I'm here. By the way, is today your birthday?
My birthday was a few days ago.
Oh, happy birthday anyway.
Thank you so much. How are you? What part of Africa?
Zambia. We go through the same shit, Tariq. Zambia.
Shout out to what's on.
Okay, yeah, but I'm in Oklahoma anyway. I'm in the States.
Okay.
I don't even know where to start. Tariq. Tariq. Okay. Of late, you've kind of like changed your tune a little bit. You used to go hard on black people, but you're kind of like softening a little bit, which is good. And because of that, I'm kind of liking you a little bit more. Wait, impressed that? What the fuck? Anyway, ask me a question.
Okay, call me. What was on your mind? You said I used to go hard on black folk. Like, what do you mean?
You used to go hard. Like, oh my God, I hated you. But now you are softening it out. So, like, okay.
What did I say that you didn't like? Was I roasting some of your fellow African brethren?
Yes.
Right. That's a part of FBA culture. Say if y'all, because y'all know y'all come in trying to talk greasy and y'all try to roast with us, and that's a huge mistake, and y'all get roasted back, and then it messes you up psychologically.
Oh my God, a lot of people are hating on me. Jesus Christ.
A lot of people are hating on you?
Yeah. Like I just keep receiving like hate messages right now.
What are they saying to you?
No, I'm not going to dox anyone.
Okay. All right. So now, what issue do you have with foundational Black Americans?
Oh, nothing actually. It's cool. Like you're cool and whatever. Like ever since I was a kid, I always looked up to like the struggle that Black people went through. Like I've always inspired by that. So when I hear you,
Damn, I don't know what you're trying to say. Just get your thoughts together. I don't know what you're trying to say, brother.
Hey y'all, I'm feeling fresh out here at the club. That's because I got my root work deodorant on. Y'all need to get with the program and get.
So listen, man, that whole Tether Festival or whatever, the Essence Festival that was going on in New Orleans, we heard several of our brothers and sisters speak about it. So we got one of the brothers on here now. We would like to have speak about it. One of my brothers. Shout out to my brother Brian's Flat Power. What's going on, brother?
Hey, peace, family.
Peace and love.
Yeah, look, I went over there, and that's it, man. That shit was like a whole fucking tether fest. I'm like, they done changed this shit up, and it's like, a few of the boots that I went to last year, a lot of them they never came back, so they replaced it with a bunch of Africans and Caribbean boots, selling fucking Lion King dashikis and all type of shit. And the thing that really pissed me off was they had this book called "Come Back Home to Africa." I was like, I was about to go off on them, but I ain't have enough time because they was getting ready to close up. But yeah, I'm like, man, this shit is terrible. Even like they raised the prices for some of the concerts, and the first night it had, it was empty. It was damn near empty. It only had like maybe 100 something people that was there for the performances. And I think last night it was another they didn't have too many people showing up. A lot of people just kind of like, they blocked off all the local vendors in the city from coming there. Even like if you
Dang.
go, yeah, even if you go down on Canal Street and stuff like that, it was like a whole bunch of tether vendors and shit all over the place. So I'm like, man, I said, this shit just didn't feel authentic no more.
Sheesh. So what did you see some of the food that was selling there? Did they have some of our food down there?
Yeah, they had a few, but it wasn't that many. It was like a lot of I must say a lot of African cuisines and shit like that, versus what they had from last year. Like I said, it's just like you could see how that shit just really changed so fucking fast.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like I said, it just felt like a lot of shit was just missing. I'm like, the vibe wasn't the same. Yeah, it was just bad.
Something went right.
Right.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, that's not a good thing. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real.
And
Shout out to everybody in our building too, man.
yeah, Bep, and they said, even some of the vendors that did show up, that was foundational Black Americans, they already said they're not coming back.
They ain't coming back no more. See,
Nope.
that's sad how Africa could, so these Africans and these other immigrants can come to our places and totally destroy the culture and the vibration there. That's insane to me.
Yep.
Hey, yo,
What's
bro.
up, Truthful? We got Truthful on here. We got two of my New Orleans brothers or Louisiana brothers in the building.
Yeah, first off, shout out to BAP, bringing that, that heat, the knowledge, you know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, Bronze, man. So you tell it, because I was thinking about going over there, man. See what because last time I went to Essence Fest, they had, what's her name? What's that lady from that Tyler Perry movie, Snap?
I forgot her name.
Yeah, but last time I went, she was in that mug. It was actually pretty, lit. But that was when I was in like high school, like 15, 14.
Mm-hmm.
But you saying it's a tether fest now, bro? Like, it's that bad, bro?
It's bad. It's fucking bad. I walked around the whole convention center, just looking for a few of the booths I went to like last year, and when I went in there, it was like I couldn't find them. It was gone. It
So
was like,
they don't have the jazz booth. They don't got none of that stuff no more, bro. Like,
nope.
Oh hell no, bro. I'm gonna save my damn money then.
It's like everything just been completely wiped out. And then they
Shit,
had,
that's it.
and then they had the lady, I guess the South African who's now the CEO of Essence. She did a little speech, and they only had like maybe a few people that was clapping for it, but this shit was just. I was
It
like,
was
man,
dead.
that's it. I can't come back no more until they fix this shit.
That's
Man, bro.
crazy. Totally done ran our people up out of there. They don't even want to be there no more.
Essence has been a part of New Orleans for years, man.
Yep.
Shit, what you think they gonna get? I swear they come from Mardi Gras next, bro. It's a wrap.
Well, they already came from Mardi Gras. They had on Twitter, they was going at the Zulu club because they said they said that they were trying to be
Oh, at the Zulu
Africans
Social
and all this
Club,
shit.
yeah, that's South African. No, bro, man, look, we got Louis Armstrong, bro. We got Louis Armstrong as Zulu King over here, bro. What the hell is they talking about? 1940s. So what they? I see what you said though.
Yep.
That's crazy, man. You niggas just can't live in peace, bro.
At all. I was kind of like I was skeptic at first about just checking it out. 'Cause, I just wanted to see if this thing was still the same from last year. But I'm like, man, as soon as I walked in there, it was just like, man, the whole vibe just changed. I'm like, damn.
We got another New Orleans native on the building. Shout out to my brother Hiker. Peace and blessings.
What's that with your bap? Yeah, I see the
Man,
brother.
you already.
I see the brothers coming on here. You understand? Look, say big brother, I like what y'all doing, bro. Look, it's bigger. It's bigger though. You heard me? It's like a land grab. They snatching up land down there. You heard me? Because remember, the educational system didn't teach us. That we learned that I learned from the Aboriginal community what I know now. And like I say, everybody like I went down there to try to talk to the mayor or either the chief of police, the one that claimed to let these dudes do what they do. You know what I'm saying? I wish all of them would have escaped for what I learned about this system. But at the same time, I say to myself, the Essence Festival, all they did was just come down there. Know the school system already had to dumb down the people to not
Mhm.
financially understand nothing as what there's going on because everybody believe in this go to church, bow your head. You know how mothers and our grandmothers are down there. You heard me. They believe in that
Yep.
bullshit church so much to where they don't see that their health is failing. They struggling with the rent.
That
They
part.
everything, bro. And they don't. And it's like I try to tell people this here. I mean, I get into it with a lot of guys. Man, I'm cool. I'm cool with the mayor. How you cool with the mayor? Fuck the mayor. Do you see what's going on? Do you see that these people come in? Look at by the Greyhound bus station about a juvenile courtroom, how they regentrifying that motherfucker there.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
It's so beautiful down there in that area to where you still can come back and say, why Katrina streets ain't been fixed up? Because remember, the garbage trucks are switching up, the electric company don't belong to us, and the city council members, all they want to do is keep lying to people like they're in charge. People down there don't know that they got the power to walk in there and get all of them fired out that motherfucker. But they
Yep.
didn't know Jesus Christ is the real thing. Bow your heads while these people instead of do shit to your children. I went down there to get it started. But remember, they followed me. Listen to me. They followed me and listen to me. A dude pulled beside me. Me and him had to draw down on each other before the police. The police were like about 3 cars back, and saw the shit and refused to say. And when the dude pulled up and shot up in the air and pull off, I'm like, man, I said, y'all saw that shit? Them bitches refused to say they saw that nigga. They were like, you okay? You want to file? I'm gonna file shit. Man, get the fuck out of here. With my family in the car. But like I told you, all because of the information that I brought to the deputies. I brought to the clergy nigga that walk in the OPP with the fucking fake ass religion shit, trying to get niggas to pray, knowing that I'm the reason why they shut down OPP, me and 3 other niggas, because we filed for asbestos and they had asbestos running through OPP 1, 2, and 3, and the old side B 1, 2, 3, and 4, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And them bitches was letting everybody live in there, breeding that shit, even more bringing the chain gang through there to pausing people. So I like what y'all doing, big brother. They got many more coming, and we just want to change this shit for the better than before they, fuck around and make us look like we ain't even belong there. You heard me?
Thanks.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you, brother. I think we should make Super Sunday a fucking mandatory holiday then.
Yeah, but see, look what they're doing for that. They already passed a law that states that if they catch second lines or stuff like you doing the Indian parade and stuff like that, They passed a law that says if them people that's going to work on their own regular schedule feel like they're in the way, they could just run them over. And next thing you know,
Yeah.
you see the shit
You
happen in
joking, bro.
streets. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling, bro, the governor down there, bro, he knows that the power don't belongs to these people, man. So at the same time, you being dumbed down with this Bible stuff and all this other shit while people's health is failing. Niggas' mothers dying of diabetes. Look at all the causes, all the Arabs and the Arabs and the Palestinians that's running the tennis shoe stores. That's
Yep.
running. That's
All on Canal.
yeah, they all trying to. Then when they talk to our women in a kind of way, so what I did, I figured like let me try something out. See how they be, our women go, our women, on like to drink and smoke do whatever, but they talk to our women all kind of sexual favors. So when I walk in the store and see them doing that, lusting off our women, I tell them, look, man, look, let me hit that bitch behind the counter right there, man. Say, oh, come here, you hear me? And I be like, I want to see how you react to me talking to your woman like you trying to talk to our woman or lust off our women. So when I did it, I took a video of the shit. Nigga, it went ham on Claiborne and Martin Luther King, you heard me? I said, man, look, let me tell you something. Say, brother, game y'all playing, they putting too much salt in the food. They putting too much sugar in the food. Our family are down there trying to figure out where the generations can't get together. And they know damn well that now you got the Arabs and all them dressing like us down there in New Orleans, trying to be us.
They sure
And
do.
actually going to the women, telling the women, don't fuck with us, and then ready to fight you for that. Say, bro, it's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. I try to go tell dudes and the older niggas. I go try and explain this to them. Some of them knew this was happening, but the ones who didn't know, they'll turn around, nigga want to shoot you, get a nigga to come pull up on you. You gotta, you definitely gotta fight with the store owner or some shit just to try and preach the knowledge that these people had to took over New Orleans, and it's all tethers coming from different fucking angles.
Yep.
Nah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, that's why I say, bro, I like the Aboriginals, bro, because I told you, bro, they're gonna keep it raw, uncut, and even, it's gonna be hilarious, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you're gonna learn the truth. And all you gotta do is just stand on yours and go stand on. So like I told you, I go into the courtrooms. I went into the courtroom. I even told in Jefferson Parish, right now in Jefferson Parish, the judges are telling everybody, you can't bring your camera in here. If you bring your camera in here, just like on Tulane and Broad, if you bring your cell phone in here, that's not what you do. That's a public building. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And I'm talking about they actually telling. I told dudes, man, look, don't let them tell y'all what to do. Walk in there with that phone. I don't give a fuck if they wrestle 100 motherfuckers. Somebody gonna get acknowledged that they are breaking the law. You can't let the reason why the judge, they know when you're doing wrong, people are waking up. And I try to walk in there with my cell phone, say, bro, I'm the only ones keep getting arrested for the same old shit. You know what I'm saying? I got arrested recently for one of them old tether ass police from Mexico lying, talking about I threatened him. But I told him, get the video. I want the world to see the video so you can know, bro. These incompetent ass police officers and these incompetent ass judges and these deputies, they are pushing their own rules, and people are actually scared, leaving their phones in the car. What if your phone is tied to a business? What if your phone is tied to one of your relatives that need you every second, but at the same time, you got the caller? They telling you leave the phone because they know damn well you get recording that bullshit that's in there. You can get to the federal court and start making shit happen in New Orleans and stop these people from prosecuting their fucking family members for stupid ass, out of jurisdiction ass crimes.
Yep.
I tell people this every time, and all I do is I gotta fight, fuss with niggas. Look at Claiborne. Look at Claiborne. You mean to tell me what her name Taylor Swift get ready to come to the Superdome to have a concert? She said she don't want to see no bums, no stragglers. And what they do? They cleaned up the fucking city so fast for the
They
Superdome and under the
showed it.
bridge.
Fucking right, they did.
I said, what the fuck? I said, but
They
she did
fixed roads that ain't been touched in like 20 years, man.
right. The potholes that's still in New Orleans East, the potholes that's in Gentilly, the potholes that's on Broad Street, the potholes that's uptown and downtown. You mean to tell me you ain't got no money for this here, but all these people coming here, the tourists are coming here, leaving, and they ain't got nothing, but then Taylor Swift, she can come here and then clean the streets up from all people that's homeless, just so she can make her friends walk from the Superdome to the Canal Street or Bourbon Street without seeing one homeless person. They did that. And you mean to tell me we ain't got the power to go down there and ask the activists or act these so-called communities that claiming they so trying to clean up shit? They might be trying it, or maybe they know about it. They just want to keep on getting a check. But I'm tired of getting a check when I see the community. When you got some smart brothers down there, bro, you got some smart young ladies down there, and I'm talking about, bro, they be wanting that chance. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
These folk, they so gifted. They so gifted, but so many people are so stuck with the bounce music and all this other shit with this homosexual shit. I told nigga, you can play online with this other guy, this other gay guy that's on this line. But I'm telling you, in jail, once you go in that motherfucker and a punk go to talking about playing, say, bro, they will kill him. They shut their fucking mouth until they told what to do, what they do. But now on the street, you want that's a man to do. Say, bro, it's not happening, bro. The men need to be told the truth. Them boys need to be told the truth, just like the young ladies, man. Because right now they don't give a shit what's coming to the city. All they're doing is trying to make everybody the most dumber.
They're trying to
So they can
party and
keep on,
shit.
yeah, so they can keep on investing
Right.
into private.
Yeah, because I was trying to tell, I got a little partner over here at Rouse's. I'm trying to tell him, look, fam, them Mexicans, they gonna take your shit, bro. He like, man, what they do to me? And I'm like, bro, you don't see it, bro. He only like 21, but I'm like, brother, you don't see how they trying to replace us, bro.
Yeah,
All
but
the
see,
job, like we was the one that was building the city, bro. We
yeah,
built
New Orleans
like
was never say, bro. New Orleans ain't had nothing. You couldn't find a Latino, Puerto Rican,
that
Hispanic,
part.
Mexican, Ukrainian, you nowhere in none of them neighborhoods unless there was a parole officer or police or some type of electricity nigga. You know what I'm saying? But when they
Mm-hmm.
started, but then
Yep.
when the dude when I started picking up on the stats, I said, damn, wait a minute. Something ain't right. Everybody keeps switching positions. I mean, the same position is there, but they just keep switching the actors. So I started
Yep.
looking into more, like I started challenging the police department. I started challenging 6th district, 7th district, all the districts. And I'm trying to figure out what the hell. Wait. We under. Oh, okay. So this how it works. But then when the Aborigine community came along, about 10, I've been around this bitch like since they started this mostly, you know what I'm saying? When they started going into the Aborigine. And I'm talking about they really opened my eyes to say, bro, go into that city and look at this here, bro. You got a federal building right there on Padres. You know what I'm saying? Where
Yep.
you can actually file cases and get rid of every 90% of the cases on Tulane and Broad, or even in the youth center. I mean, that jail, that courthouse for the youth studies, that way they go to youth studies, or either Scotland or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And these people that's why people are telling you go to work. And you know our women, man. Our women don't want to be bullshitted, man. Our men don't want to be bullshitted. No city or no state. But at the same time, they really think that these people care for them, bro.
They think they
That's
love
what
them
Right.
for
they
real,
think
bro.
these people care for them, bro. They out there fighting tooth and nail on hands, skint up knees, on scorched earth, trying to prove these people care. But I tell them this. Every time I see the Zulu parade going into St. Charles parade through St. Charles Street, and where they go sit where the mayor sit at, where all of them be sitting, the governor sit at, and they be toasting that champagne, I say, look at this. Them bitches celebrating again for another successful year of flunkies, of motherfucking
Yep.
flunkies. And that's all they fucking do. That's why everybody goes to their, and Mardi Gras was a homosexual thing, but they created it off of biased shit. They used to go on Canal Street, and folks like us, copper colored people, couldn't look at white folks, couldn't look at white women, because if they did, they tied you to trucks and shit, and they dragged you from uptown to downtown before they burnt your body, and everybody sat there and watched. And before they left, they took and chopped pieces of it so they could have souvenirs of a nigga being dogged out. And guess what the celebration was? Mardi Gras. Go on. Go to the Bacchus, go to the Endymion, go to the Rex, and let them pitch fruits and vegetables. But at the same time, that's why the Canal Street still have that stench under the sewer. You still smell that strong ass stench when you walking past and the steam
Yeah,
come
they
from the
do.
ground. That
But
used to
you know
be
what the messed up part is about it though, is that Mardi Gras was our shit. That was our spring
no.
festival, bro.
Listen to
Hold
me.
on. Oh wait, no,
Listen,
I hear what you're saying, brother. But it's like
they
I'm
they
tired of these people
switched it.
coming here and remixing our shit up, bro.
But look, they switched it, brother. They used to throw vegetables and fruits, but they
Right.
couldn't wash it. They couldn't wash it down, and the sewer couldn't get rid of it fast enough. So that's why that stench is there, and that stench been there for so long. So they switched to the balloons and the beads, the plastic. But at the same time, when they switched that, they switched to polyester. They switched to the mosquito
Right.
trucks. The mosquito
Right.
trucks was killed like Babylon was saying. They switched to the mosquito trucks to kill off the female fruit trees, Why they knew when we go to the parades and we put the beads around our neck, the poison that was in the beads was sweat. And then it was they been doing it, man.
Yeah,
They
nigga ain't lying
been
about this.
doing it. They been doing it,
Is that
brother.
the reason why the French Quarter Market they don't sell no more fruits and stuff no more?
Man, I'm saying they sell it, but it's all genetically modified.
Yep.
Remember, before it was, you could walk out your grandma's yard and go pick a fig or a plum or a berry or something and go to school,
Pecans,
you
all
know.
kind of shit.
Them
Right, and be
misbeliefs, all that stuff.
right. And you be right, but at the same time, look at New Orleans right now. Since they took away them nutritions and the minerals, look at them now. You can't talk to nobody because they still being blocked. Their brain is being blocked through the low frequencies without the nutritions and the
Yeah.
minerals. Your body can't accept the genetically modified shit. That's why you're acting the way we acting. You know what I'm saying? Low frequencies, no fruits, no vegetables, no nothing that's really got seeds to it. So remember when they had seeds, we was all you catch up by grandma house, everybody, big family, celebrating.
Mm-hmm.
You laughing with your cousins, you sharing the food, nobody fighting. You know, uncles ain't he fussing, but they not fighting, like shooting or none of that stabbing shit. They
Yeah, they
actually
just
just fighting
talking
over
shit.
old
Really.
shit. But at the
Yep.
same time, the next day we wake up, we know for sure we still got love with the family that was there. But now the ones who was coming through said we got to destroy this shit. They destroyed it once they gave us plastic bottles. They gave us polyester underwear. They gave us polyester shirts. They gave us nylon. They gave us nylon to put on. They knew what they were doing to the body because the body, the main organ was the skin, and we wasn't reading it. We were just trying to make mom proud to get an A in school, not knowing that we was already a fucking soldier at war, political soldier, you know, at war, just trying to figure out what's going on. And mama and them didn't understand that. Grandma and them didn't understand that, but they knew how to keep a family together to make sure we can, you know, fight those that come against the family. Tell me I'm lying.
Shit, not one lie told.
Uptown and downtown, and look, they right now they just found the whole city buried in St. Bernard Parish under the water or something, you know what I'm saying? Because they, you know, all copper colored city. But I told people down there, I went down there and explained that to the sheriff them down there, that y'all stole this here. This is stolen land around the, you know, sandpiper across the canal. I tell them all, man, look, y'all got to wake up, man. They coming for family. I mean, they families are showing pictures of them living good, married. You know what I'm saying? All the tethers are showing, look at
Always.
my education, look at I went to graduated with. While our family just showing, look, we in a club with bottles of pistols and guns.
Yep.
Man, what the fuck is we what? You mean to tell me geniuses? They turn geniuses into monsters and no good motherfuckers. While they steady throwing their pictures and saying what they doing, they celebrating their careers, they getting trophies for this and that. While they steady doing it on the same land that they say that they don't like, which is America. We supposed to be in that predicament. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine that, brother.
They hype, just like how they tore down the Claiborne Bridge.
The who?
That Claiborne Bridge.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. They gonna do it, bro. They going for it, bro. They also listen to me. Remember this here. They can't. The city is broke. The city really is broke. They gonna fund. They gonna get money going. They gonna go into this crypto world. Right now, they gonna go into a digital world. Meaning they gonna hand them little guys tablets and make them think going to jail is cool with a tablet. You know what I'm saying? But remember this here. If your face can open your phone right now, what do you need a physical visit for?
Thanks. Like
I
I
will put
look,
a
I read an article the other day, and they was talking about how they got like that facial recognition and shit all downtown, all on Bourbon and shit like that. And they said they was asking the head chief. They asked her what she's doing with all that data and shit.
Yeah, but you look at it, big brother. We, you know, the club. We love our clubs. We love our bounce music. That's good. But remember, they are selling us something right now. Why we so distracted in a low form of the frequency, they are selling us something where it look like we can't heal. But once somebody, like I said, the watermelon man, the watermelon man, the one with the seeds, anything selling with seeds, once he start contributing that back to the bodies, and you start regenerating more sun, you know, more exercise and promoting that and more reading. I'm talking about, you know how it is, bro. They got old men that's in jail that came up write or read, bro. And that shit used to be
Right.
hurting me. That shit used to be hurting me because I used to be like, hey, bro, why you never got a visit? And then old men will just sit there and won't say a word. and sit there 2 years in that motherfucker. I'd be like, hey, bro, why you ain't never got a visit? And you read your letters. He don't know how to read his letters, and he never wrote it back to his family because he don't know how to respond. So I started saying, man, let me open up some of this bitch. So that's what I started doing. When dudes coming off that dope, you heard me? I said, man, look, say, Don, I know you're gonna take a time to relapse. I got a Snicker and I got jars of peanut butter, man. Grab your loaf, half a loaf of the bread, couple of loaves of that bread. Get you some Snicker peanut butter. I ain't playing no bullshit game with you, my nigga. I got an exercise program. You go 90 days. And if you look like your charge ain't right, I'm gonna help you file a motion to speed a trial or motion to squash and get the fuck out of here. You go change your life with your family. And say, bro, I did a lot of guys this year. I'm talking about family was ready to leave them, but they rejuvenated their thoughts. And now look at them. They out there somewhere and they still can thank me, but I'm just trying to get the city to see how smart and genius they are. You see what I'm saying? That's why people are just started throwing prizes and parties and alcohol their way, drugs, because they know once they do wake up, that city ain't gonna want to take no bullshit, no fake shit, knowing that you come at their ass like that. You heard me? Come on, man. You got that badass motherfucking city, uptown, downtown. Then they turn around and they what they doing now, they letting the migrants come over, getting all this free this and free that. All they did was showed you that they did it through Katrina. They used us for the study. They couldn't come through, they couldn't come on the land, so they had to create a disaster in order for Red Cross to make it look like a disaster, so they could create a coming in on the land. And look what they did. They came in every place that they stole, every house that they went in. We all had gold chains, gold earrings, all that shit gone. Where that shit at? People went to their house, couldn't even find their jewelry box. Where the gold at? You know how everybody had all that gold, man. People used to be like, man, where my gold? Girls used to rock the big old hoop earring with their names in them. Man, where them earrings at? Who took all that? And then they say, well, we're gonna go back and let a chocolate city. I was trying to tell them when they threw me out the Reliance Center, they were throwing me out that bitch talking about I can't be saying what I'm saying. I said, fuck all that, man. My people need to know the truth. They was offering $162,000 to every individual coming from New Orleans. They say, no, it wasn't. All right, well, tell me how many years it took for you to pay rent when they gave you that FEMA check.
Right.
All right. So that added up to the money, but they was gonna give it to you at one time, but they said, no, them niggas gonna go crazy. So give them a little bit at a time. Give them a little bit at a time. Make them, go all over what, give who did what. That's what they did. And those who was never part of it came in and schemed and got they cut out of it. But then I told people, when you go into the city, don't go to the city. Stay away. They don't have enough money to send U.S. Marshals to chase you all that's wanted. The city was already beefing with Third and G and these other dudes beefing shit. They was killing each other and they know it. But they knew damn well they couldn't catch them on these charges unless they get them back in the city. The jail cells was gonna fail. They wasn't gonna make no money. Where they were gonna make their money from New Orleans in the main spot where everybody wanted to keep it so real till they keeping it real fucked up. Beautiful people. Smart as a motherfucker. Won't let you give you the shirt off their back. But then you want to scam them, and then want to tell them go back to the city just so you can open up the jails and start going after them. But you don't offer nothing new to the streets. You don't offer nothing to the pipes. You don't try and tell people they still 12 feet underwater. You go open up the beach way back in the back, way in the lower night where people couldn't go back because the white folks used to be pissed off. Now they opening that beach up. Now you see the Latino, everybody back there with snow cones and trucks. Yep. What you mean? You could have gave us, you could have gave that to us when we try to get the park back open with Anthony, the actor that's playing the Marvel comic right now.
Oh, and Mackie.
Yeah. And he went to school with with the girl, with the love I'm dating, the girl I'm dating right now. You know what I'm saying? He went to school with her. He in her picture book. You know what I'm saying? He in the picture book. They got many more actors. They got many more things coming up. So now that Hollywood and everybody figure like they don't want to pay higher taxes, they come down south. Now they want to crash down south, because down south got low tax, got this and that, got no taxes and all. Come on, my nigga, we got to see it. We got to see this for what it is. Our mama was in them lines struggling, begging for shit, and we had to show our identification to Latino, Puerto Ricans, and Hispanics that didn't even much have identification. They fucking self in a fucking food stamp office or a job fucking office. And this is what we allow, because we want to keep following the dumbass preachers and pastors talking about, yes, man, fuck you, bro. Fuck you. dudes killing dudes, then he gonna get a circle of people, then hold a dude mama hand and say, bow your heads, let's pray for something better, knowing your bitch ass could go in there and tell a governor, nigga, switch some of that money to the community so they could build better swimming pools like we had when we was coming up. You hear me? Better skill programs, nigga. What the fuck are we talking about here? Nigga, you want Obama to bow here so they can keep doing this shit, nigga? Putting spells on them? What's wrong with you bitch ass preachers and pastors out there, nigga? You see why I don't fuck with them? And they talking about my man, I don't want to hear all shit. I tell my mama the same shit, man. You go to a church, you been going to all the fucking you everybody part of the 501(c)(3), the tax program. Why you ain't put your name in a honey box? You singing for the choir, you go do everything for them. Why the fuck you ain't doing it? Okay, know why? Cause they fucking scamming you.
Yep.
They love to scam. But now New Orleans people need to go ahead and say, nah, I'm tired of going out for right now. I'm gonna just see what's going on, what's true. Is they do mortgages real or car notes real or if am I real? If all I am out, if my life is in all caps, what does that mean for me? If my name is all in lowercase, what does that mean? If I sign them in red or blue, what does that mean for me? Why everybody's after my signature and telling me, oh, you from uptown, you from downtown, keep it real. We ain't never had no fucking red blue team uptown or downtown. Nigga, I wish it would, bitch. Fuck
When
where you
did that
get that
stuff
from?
start? Hold on now. When did that start?
Yeah, because it started after it started after everybody branched out, came back. But look, before they came back, they knew that everybody was gonna go back to 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, all wards. So what they did, they put everybody in New Orleans East.
Right.
And they knew New Orleans East used to be the place for people that work hard, people work hard in the hood, and you go move to New Orleans East. You used to go move to New Orleans East for a beautiful life.
Right.
But they hurry up knew that we had to destroy that property because in order for to make it regularly and buy it by the bundle, instead of buying one house, 2 house, I gotta make the whole neighborhood look like it ain't shit and I can just get it by a low budget. So they moved everybody to New Orleans East, and look at that motherfucker right now. Everybody think they real knowing these motherfuckers. When the news come on, you always catch a tether from somewhere, Russia or somewhere speaking from Italy, talking about, oh, the community, I hit the gunshot, and they did the community.
But
Fuck
they ain't gonna
out of
talk
here,
about
nigga.
how them they ain't gonna talk about how them Asians was over there eating the pelicans and stuff though.
Yeah, but look,
they ain't gonna talk about
look, they also feeding, we been eating shrimps. We love our seafood, but they don't understand you can't continue eating that shit like that. All the stores are feeding. Look at our women. Our women are blowing up like a motherfucker from the mercury. I'm telling the women, you can't eat that shit like that. That's why they selling it. You want to, I'm going to eat me. I'm going.
Get me some
Stop
crawfish.
it.
That old cheap shit in there.
Look, you got your enemy serving your main dish. We used to say, bro, we used to get on a truck ourselves and go crawfishing and crabbing. Now these people got stores going to do it for us, and they season it so bad because they know our bodies can't react to the bad seasoning. But look at our women bodies, brother. Sexy motherfuckers used to, man, I'm talking about blowing up like, what the fuck is, how she get like that?
You eat.
Right.
How the kids get like this? And I'm telling them, pay attention to the studies, but nobody's stepping out of line because everybody's trying to keep it real, but they don't understand. They're keeping it real fucked up. How on Tulane and Broad, all our uncles, aunties stand in one house around syringe, shooting niggas all day, stealing from each other, walking around with book sacks, sleeping where they can sleep. Man, look at the young hustlers that used to be hustlers in the game. Look at them now, right now. They sweeping stores for the Arabs. They sweeping parking lots. They trying to stay afloat, smelling bad, looking bad. Come on, bro. Man. No, bro. All because some of them used to be on the heroin, some of them used to be on the dope, some used to be on the coke, some, and their weakness came, but say, bro, that shit is an agenda. I never thought I'd see stores where I see stores at right now, uptown, downtown, and cross the river right now. I never thought I'd see it, bro. Never. Because Harry Lee never didn't let no nigga come across the river unless you do go across the river. You had to be damn near pulled over every fucking way you go.
And brother, can I ask you to name the immigrant clusters in New Orleans so we could call ICE on them?
Oh, if I had them, big brother, you think I wouldn't? I already told you when you first came with it, when you first told me that, we joked about it. But right now, like I say, brother, I feel where you came from. I didn't know it was that serious, but nigga, the jokes is on me. Cause I told him right now what I'm saying, I shouldn't have to explain or bring my information to some tether migrant and then damn near, get me stuck the hell out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Telling me I got convictions because I can't look. They just done me. They do that to me all the time. When I don't have a job for the mechanic job, I just go take a job at maybe one of the staffing or either labor rate or something. But this what they start doing. They start saying, well, they want to go look for your background check and then bringing up old shit way back just so you don't get the job, and then they'll call somebody else, and that same person from out of the country
Yep.
with the same shit can go get that job. That shit hurt me.
Yes, and please
But
let me
like
say
I
this to
say,
the listeners. I apologize for cutting you off. Go ahead, brother.
no, go ahead, big brother. Go ahead. You got something to
It'll
say,
be
man.
brief. To the listeners, please, if you know where the immigrants are hiding in New Orleans, which communities, please post it in the chat, and I'll call ICE on them communities personally, literally. So please post it in the chat where the immigrants are in New Orleans, and I'm calling ICE on them today. But
Facts.
much love, family. Peace.
Facts. Well, like I said, the brother take it serious. You know what I'm saying? I can, people talking about they won't take the brother take it serious. He been coming at us with it because, like I say, for you got to understand, for them to just throw money at those places. Then I'm hearing teachers saying, "Give me pay raise." Then I'm hearing everybody saying, well, we need to fund the schools. We need to take this and that." But I'm noticing you steady saying fund this and fund that, but you taking away everything. Only thing they can think they can go through is basketball or football. Man, where the woodwork at? Where the doctors at? Where the lawyers at? Because that's what I'm trying to figure out. Why the hell every time I see a doctor or lawyer, it's got to be somebody with a last name that I can't pronounce or some shit that
Facts.
I'm like, wait a minute, wait, what happened to the Joneses or the Browns
Shit, I
or the
had a partner.
Youngs?
I
What
know
the
two
fuck?
partners. I know two partners, bro. They used to build houses and shit, but they didn't got addicted. One got an alcohol problem, other one on that booger sugar. I'm like, man, look, bro, what happened to us, bro?
Cause everybody doing it. That's what we did, bro. We passed out poison to each other families. And that's what they knew. They just said, sit back and enjoy the show. This shit is about to get good. And when it got good for them, it was bad for us, but it felt good for us because we thought we were doing something. You know what I'm saying? We thought we was
Getting
into
like them.
we thought we were doing something, but all the while they were sitting back having a big fat honey pot laughing like, what the fuck is these motherfuckers is silly. Look at them. And I'm talking about when they come through at night, they turn the lights on. Or the day, we still running. Still running.
And I'm gonna say this right quick. All on Canal, you can see how they was. They had all those fucking Hebrews and shit all lined up on that shit, bro. And I was like, man, I said I already see the agenda and shit what they're doing. But yeah, it was like they had a bunch of Tethers that was there too. So I'm like, yeah, so man, this shit out of control now.
Well, like I did, I went to a couple of I even went to Notre Dame. I went to a couple of couple of pastors over there, or whatever the fuck they want, the clergy, whatever they want to call these stupid ass. You know what I'm saying? These costume ass suits. Like I told them, I said, man, look, y'all ain't built nothing here. Why y'all pretending? So I had to tell a couple of people, like, show them how things working. But instead of me just trying to argue and fuss with them, like I told you, I want to see if they gonna tell me what to do. Every time I run into that wrong one, they want to come from behind the counter and fight. I said, fight for what? You on them, you on it, and they're like, fuck you. This is America. I could kill you right now. I said, you could try. You could try. You know what I'm saying? Because I told him, you could,
Right.
with the pistol, without it, I made myself, something that'll be worth it. You know what I'm saying? And like I tell everybody, but I came. What I want, I just want to. I mean, I hope New Orleans really see that they're being played, and they're all look. Anywhere in the world, I'm gonna walk into a store. A tennis shoe store. The shoes are now, the fucking Timberlands are now $450. The fucking Nikes and all that shit is $495. The Jordans is 900. I say, wait a minute. In this community, who gonna buy that shit?
That
And
part.
look, who do you see the streets out here, brother? Man, listen, bro. In this
Right.
community, who's gonna buy that shit? And I'm talking about dudes are actually trying to keep on selling each other aunties and uncles poison to wear this bullshit. China just told them the shit don't have no value, and you can get it by the dollar over to get it pennies on a dollar, and you fuck around and go in them stores in uptown and
Buying for
downtown, look
fucking
at the shoes.
$900 this shit, man.
Man, them bitches say, bro, I found out that the diamond rings that I found out when you matching gold, nigga, it was like $10,000. That's $1,000 ring. If you get it, when you walk in that bitch, you see a $10,000 ring. If he ain't getting to you for $1,000, nigga, he hustling you. And you should slap the shit out of him.
Yep.
Because I keep telling everybody, bro, New Orleans is too motherfucking small, just like any other city that I have been through. I've been through Houston. I've been through Austin. I've been through San Antonio. I'm talking about these shit, bro. Dallas. I'm talking about Oak Cliff. All this shit, bro. These dudes are fucking amazing smart when they're against each other. But I want to see that challenge go against the ones that they don't know that their mothers are getting sick by the white coats. Their life are being hacked down because somebody trying to pretend that they got jurisdiction over their life. Somebody trying to give you a religion and tell you, here, take this script and make sure you stick to it. If you don't stick to it, you're not part of this. And then it was so embarrassing. Nigga, I used to get up in the morning to be at the Zulu parade. Nigga, to find out that shit is all bullshit, nigga, and that has nothing to do with the Aboriginal of Americas, nigga. I say, bro, I said, nigga, I wish the fuck I would participate in that shit. All the fucking Zulu shit I had in the house when I went home, nigga, I throw that shit away. That shit don't have nothing to do with us, nigga. Y'all just a club trying to represent for these fucking folks over here up in this parade shit that try to hide that evil shit.
Because look, my grandma used to say that shit. My grandma was like, Zulu used to be all black. Now they starting to allow, pale people to come in that mug. I'm like, what you mean?
Yeah,
like,
but it don't represent us. It doesn't represent nothing America has to go off of. We ain't from Africa. Why the fuck are you talking about this Zulu? You throwing Africa beads, you throwing Africa the blues, you throwing Marcus Garvey the blues and all this stupid ass shit.
And all that dumb ass shit. Yep.
Right.
All this pseudo ass shit. And then you got us lined up from Jackson and Claiborne all the way up to St. Charles around these fucking folks knowing it. And then they go in front of the city and toast, like I told you, toast that champagne because they just sold a nigga the fuck out again. Instead of just make an Aboriginal American Niji float and see how many motherfuckers really won't come and see. They will know you got to support your own shit, and that's what they doing. They hustling everybody talking about we from Africa. Man, show me, motherfucker. I've been on Jackson Brewery many times.
But that's the thing, brother. A lot of the elders in our community, but they'll tell us. Like I asked my grandma on both sides, bro. And a lot of elders in New Orleans will say the same thing. I mean, I don't know about no Africa. We even Indians.
Right, because they know it, bro. They know it. Big Chief and them know it, bro. All the Indians in New Orleans know it, bro. That's why nobody celebrated, big dog.
But the sad part is now you got these the Indians that be masking and stuff. All of a sudden, you got a couple of these folks that be doing the mask. Say, "Oh, yeah, we's Africans. We just paying homage to the Indians by making these costumes." I'm like, you a damn lie, bro.
Right. But see, that's what I say. See, the words are like sticks and stones at this moment in time in this energy field that we are running with, because it's low frequency. So you got to be careful when you throw them out. But when people get hit with them, people be, you heard me. I'm going my leg back. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just words. But at the same time, they can say what they want to say. That's why they trying to downgrade everything. They trying to switch up Canal Street to some kind of like it's just some shit that you never experienced. But it's a new world they're building, meaning it's going into a technical world. They won't need workers. They won't need nobody. So they're switching it. But at the same time, I told everybody, the electric company New Orleans is not for them. The garbage sewer that's not. You could get them contracts your damn self if you was to know how to go do it. They offering contracts every day in the city, in City Hall. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, they trying to make people think that they're in control. Man, that might some of your people like your mom be like, man, you better listen to the people. You better listen to them people. Wait, man, I love you, but let me show you. Let me show you. You got the power. These people have no motherfucking power. If I knew the police couldn't pull up on me and tell me get on the fucking car, I'm sitting all that fucking hour. I'm sitting on a car, a hot ass car for a whole hour while he's searching in the grass. If I knew that was a violation, nigga, I'd have punched the fuck out that police in the fucking face, nigga. Nigga, you violate my rights. I'm on a fucking car, hot ass call. You turn the engine on and the fucking car hot. I'm still, you got 5 niggas on the fucking car searching, going in to crack a nigga asses and shit. Nigga, that's violations, nigga. Niggas are suffering from this shit right now. Nigga, then they gonna talk about we won't sit here and go into church every Sunday and be lied to about pussy ass nigga that can't tell a fucking truth.
Exactly.
He ain't got the nuts to tell the truth. And then he ain't got the nuts to tell the truth. Now the women starting to get in and want to get up on the microphone, and then she's starting to tell a fucking lie.
Yep.
Nobody wants to tell the truth. It's all based on because I want to shine. I need that check. You gonna pass a basket around a bunch of people that's coming here just to throw their ideas around and figure out, can somebody give them a little input on what they feeling through the week or through their weekend, and you gonna try and throw some bullshit, just keep on hope alive, just go back out there and keep going. Yeah, man, no, but God, man, you're a fucking lie. Just tell them the energy is low. People are putting shit out in the air for to make you feel this way, make you eat this way, make you think this way, and at the same time, you throw it in your mouth. Once you throw it in your mouth, your body is reacting to the same fucking genetically modified bullshit they put there.
And you know the shit that got me out of that shit was when they told me, they said, yeah, you know, I'm checking your records and stuff, and you're saying like your tithes and shit is not up. Your monthly statements and all this other shit. I said, you know what? I say, fuck this shit. I said, I ain't never coming back to this
There
motherfucker.
you go. Because there you go. All you had to do see when people start doing that, then you make the preacher understand we don't want nothing that the federal government allow you to have and take advantage of from the people. If you was really about something, how come all these other people are getting shit? You just want to come here every Sunday and just preach stuff, but you ain't went in the city council meetings and they started talking about what you should get for the people.
Yep.
But you started coming to the people's circle talking about buy your head by knowing the young brothers out there want to bust each other down, not understanding together they'll fuck the city up without violence. I'm talking about they book wise, the girls book wise. They'll fuck the city up. I mean, that city be, you think Atlanta chocolate, and that motherfucker, you think, but say, bro, that city, man, ain't supposed to be like that, my nigga. And I'm talking about every fucking cone I go to now, I'm seeing a crowd of Latino, Mexican, and Puerto Ricans just standing there looking for work, just standing there drinking. I mean, walking up and down, looking at, you know.
What's that load? That load's open about it is
on Claiborne.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I seen. Look, this the thing about it. They the ones who just snuck, the ones who took their little check that they got from the government since they've been here, they're in their cars trying to create an accident they good at it. Look, they say, bro, they so good. If you don't know how to swerve into them cars or be paying attention to your rearview mirrors, they're gonna make you bump into the back of their car or the side, and they're gonna get your information, your shit going somewhere else. That's what they doing. They know Americans are trying to be friendly vibing. Don't do this. That's wrong. God gonna punish you. You know how people do all with that bullshit. God gonna strike you down. Get the fuck up out my face. Fuck out my face. I'm trying to show you how reality makes you a warrior and stop being stupid because you're a POW out here and people know it. They playing on your top. Once they give you that cap and gown, they put that square on top of your head. You are now been captured again. First, you captured in the hospital after being sold. Now you're captured after graduation. Now, which way you going? The indoctrinated way or the freedom way? Because indoctrinated, you can put the potential on and put the persona on, go get the money and still help them a little bit and help your community without getting indoctrinated all the way. And right now, bro, that's it, bro. I love that motherfucker, bro. But I just can't ride, man. I'm riding up the street. Every fucking street has pothole, pow, boom. I'm like, what the fuck? How did you reconstruct? How are y'all building and selling all these land masses through the Essence Festival? Slick ass bullshit. Everybody coming out there pretending, oh, they gonna have this artist, and they gonna have this artist. Come vaccinate yourself up and all that bullshit, nigga. Fuck out of here. Why would you crack already poison everybody, heroin already, the pills, you seen the pills, man, the trauma dogs, man, come on, bro.
Yep.
Percocets. We been fucking with those things way back in the fucking when I was fucking running the game around the OG niggas. You heard me? Around the Sam Scullys and the Glenn Messes and the meatballs and what so many of them, a lot of them, bro, from everywhere. I'm talking about uptown or downtown, bro. Them dudes was really about their fucking money, but at the same time, the people knew how to crack it. I mean, how to give it to them, and then took it from them. And when they stomped on the work, the scale was fucked up, but they still left the guns. And when they left the guns, they stepped back some more. They knew that party was gonna go on for a long time. It's gonna be lucrative money in that. 60 days, nigga. If nobody, you know where you're going. You back home. They love it. Now they trying to make the children think I'm gonna go like the talking about. Oh, we gonna prosecute them as adults. Motherfucker, y'all been doing that.
Facts.
Fuck y'all think y'all saying? Y'all been doing that. Y'all just needed a reason to keep everybody at this internet. Why everybody following this internet trying to say, oh, he wrong, go God, this really. Now y'all playing on their fucking top again, just to go after more people in the community when you could have just put up a resource center where you can show kids how to get skills, put down the weapons for skills, put down the weapon for to learn how to be an Olympic swimmer, put
You
down
talking about
to
that?
be an
What that
Olympic
is?
tracker.
You talking about that new juvenile detention center they done opened up somewhere?
Yeah, but that's all they doing.
Sense.
They want money. They want the kids to look, because they know damn well they won't be able to go do nothing. So they know if the kid get a juvenile record, he gonna want an adult record. Next thing you know, the adult can't get nothing. Next thing you know, he's sleeping on somebody's sofa like the fuck I was, trying to talk about I'm the shit. Nigga, how the fuck who teaches us this?
Right.
Nigga ain't told me, nigga, I'm talking about I'm selling, we selling the top of the notch drug. And motherfucker teaching us how to run to the fucking mall for a pair of shoes and with no place to stay. Who teaches us this? Why is there an uptown and downtown with an Auntie Rita? Nobody don't need to ride no fucking bus.
Nope.
And then people be looking at then they be passing the people up, white folk, how they do the napkin people. I ain't gonna say white folk, I'm gonna say all different cultures under the white title, white man and white woman title. These different cultures, they want to pass you, look at you like you're in the wrong place.
Yeah, they got a habit of doing this shit downtown.
Bro. Oh yeah, but see, that's the point though. If New Orleans people didn't know about the studies of how powerful and who they are, and stop thinking they're from Africa, they don't have no power. Right. That's why they are not able. That's why everybody, want to, oh yeah, I wish the fuck you were. You look at they being racist. No, don't throw your phone on it. Just put your phone back and let them be who they are. But if they put their hands on you, you defend yourself. Because that's all they down on your foot, because they think our women, how women dress a little seductive, do that little thing. Our shake, they shake their ass, do that thing. We do our thing. But at the same time, they don't give your motherfucking ass to bring all these pedophiles from all these different countries over here to loss off them, and then tell us what we can say, bro. Do you see what we seeing? Y'all two brought me on this platform, and I know y'all see it, big brother, because y'all in the thing of being tired of the bullshit.
Yeah, I've been fed up.
Right, big brother. And damn well we know uptown and downtown got the cure, the formula to actually walk somewhere and go somewhere, get on a 10 speed and go downtown, party with you. I can go party with you downtown with a 10 speed for say 4 hours, get a little bit drunk with you, high with you, get back on that 10 speed, go ride that bitch uptown, go party with some more motherfuckers, and before nighttime I can make it to cross the river at home.
Yep.
And that's a day for everybody. That's what everybody would do. I'm talking about relaxing with it. But now everybody got to go to work. Can't pay attention to the distraction. Now the illegals are everywhere, and they're taking the best of the jobs.
Yep.
Niggas got to go beg, or niggas got to go walk in the store to beg somebody to sweep a gas station parking lot just to get $1. Talk that shit. Talk that shit. Downtown, downtown. Fuck they talking about? What the hell is going there? You hear me? I'm telling them how it's rocking, brother. I love it. I just want people to understand how smart and beautiful they are. That's why everybody is around them. because they're trying to fool them to make them think if you get rid of the copper colored man in that motherfucker, you don't stand a chance with them, but you stand a chance with us because we in survival mode. And if we don't,
For real.
we got the materialistic shit that your copper colored man may not have. And we're in survival mode. So we're gonna offer you all kinds of things with a few more spells, and hopefully you copper colored women fall for it so we can be
Yep.
able to pleasure you. Once we pleasure
Yep.
you, your copper colored man is no longer the man you thought you were. He must the ones you're raising.
Yep.
Get the women and erase the men. Yep.
Uptown, downtown, uptown, downtown. And they think, and look, look, and look, they thinking, the kids don't know, bro. You know, in the Fisher, cross the river, you know what I'm saying, to uptown, downtown, in the East, man. Say, bro, we all went to the same club. And what was so funny was when I seen everybody in Angola hanging together, I used to tell them, say, bro, y'all see how beautiful this picture is? They used to be mad, but they'll laugh. But they knew I was serious. Y'all up in here getting together and y'all talking among each other, discussing each other cases, filing shit for each other. Why in the fuck we gotta wait till we under lock and key to do this?
Yep.
Know what them niggas told me? Know what they told me? Say, bro, you don't belong in here. I said, I know I don't. Cause I'm a try and change it. I even told Burr Kane the same thing. Ask him. If you were to ask when they won their awards, when they won that award for Jurassic Park movie, and that some bitch with the passing out watermelon and ice cream. I said, well, I see you trying to play on the mindset of the stigma of the watermelon feeding, and that's what we not eating. But that shit keeps it motherfucking healthy. You eat watermelon for every person in New Orleans. I'm gonna say this here. You like watermelon. You fat. You want to get rid of it. You don't want to go to the gym. You just want to just say, fuck it, I'm gonna lay up and just keep eating these chips and keep eating drinking these soda water or cold drinks. You know how we say it. I just said it out there because you're not from the city, you hear me? But cold drinks. But let me tell you something. Eat that watermelon with the rhyme for 90 days straight.
You gonna lose that weight?
Your motherfucking body gonna tell you something, and you won't have a stretch mark. You gonna be your skin. And matter of fact, just add a cucumber in between that watermelon.
Yeah, it's a lot of health benefits in it. Hey, but listen though, this was a fire show, and I want to make sure I say this to Brian's Flat Power, Truthful, and Hiker. I mean, I appreciate y'all for coming on, being boots on the ground in the Louisiana, New Orleans area, letting the brothers and sisters know what the Essence Festival was like from a first-hand experience or from eyewitness details. You see what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all brothers for coming on. Keep standing on the culture and representing the Aboriginal American Indian lineage, brothers.
But yeah, man, we appreciate you, man. They brought up a good topic. You always bring up some some of them get some on it, we be hilarious with it and like it. But nah, it's here,
Yeah, I just want to say this right quick too.
I got some more heat I'm doing. I'm about to get into some information. I got a whole nother bill. We're gonna break down some of this information, so make sure y'all tune in. But go ahead, Brother Brown. I didn't mean to cut your wisdom game.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to say this too, though, Beth. Shit, like from the times that I met you when you came down here, and I was telling you some stuff about how the city is and stuff like that. But like I said, even when I'm not even on the platform over here and stuff, so even like I go to different channels and shit like that. Like I said, I still always just represent, keeping boots to the ground and telling people who I am. And like I said, a lot of people waking up saying that, oh, now when I check on what should I check on the applications and stuff like that. But I've been telling them, I said, you know what? I said, I've been checking other. I said, I ain't never checked that fucking black, African American shit like that. So yeah, I'm just kind of glad now, it's kind of like a wake up call for some of the people to see how this shit, what Essence Fest was. So, hopefully it just keep the people's minds together and start seeing a lot more of it.
Talk that shit.
Man, I appreciate you, bro. Keep doing what you're doing, Browns. I always respected your work and your craft and the way you move, gang. So yeah, keep doing what you're doing. Hiker, it's always love, brother. You always been a passion behind your voice. Truthful, appreciate you, man. Keep grinding, doing what you're doing. I know you're going through school, so you've been super hyper focused and dealing with that, man. Keep getting through that. Ain't nothing but a small thing to a giant. We also got my brother Supreme Chief. I'm gonna let Supreme Chief lead us out the show. Shout out to everybody in the building. Supreme.
Chief, what's
Peace and
happening?
guys, man. Yeah,
What's
man.
happening,
Great information, Micah,
Chief?
Rufu, Bronze, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Um, hey, I definitely got something out of it, man. So appreciate I know the people did too, man. So good information. So I'm gonna say peace to y'all. AP, you already know, man. These niggas. Hey, man. We ain't got no friends, y'all. Like for real, we really don't. Like y'all, goddamn. Like
These niggas, you
these
nigga.
niggas. Hey, I just think we gotta just focus on us, man. Like,
Yeah,
you know, like
yeah,
you just said something. Why we gotta do it under lock and key?
right.
Let's do it while we free. Like it don't make sense, bro.
Free in the streets.
You know what I'm saying? So we gotta get mobilized.
Right,
Niggas is on the phone
right.
and typing too much.
Talk that shit.
That's a fact, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So I just want to let y'all know that, so we gotta balance it out. That's for all of us. So, I'm a walking like I talk it. You know what I'm talking about? So that's all I can say, man. So I'm gonna say peace to everybody, man. Good shit, AP.
Man, shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to the family that's in here. We got another one coming up right after this, so don't go nowhere. If you're listening in the chat, you don't have to move a muscle. We're going to go straight into the next one. But shout out to my brothers from, like I said, the Louisiana area. Whether you from uptown, downtown, don't even matter, man. Shout out to the real one.
I ain't with the toxic shit, I be moving
All right, peace,
on. My
fam.
homie show me he can move it, I'ma put him
Down,
on.
down,
Hey, paperwork
down,
vouch. You think your favorite rapper fucking with me, nigga tag. Never did no scams out them grams, I'm in traffic. The way I make the work disappear, this shit magic. That don't scrap me, do with the move, let me have it.
Uptown, downtown, everlasting uptown, downtown, uptown, downtown, uptown, downtown,